The Sesh Podcast, episode 181, take one.
Everybody look left. Look left.
This is my left.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight.
Wow.
I've been practicing because I figured if Northwest was able to get that role, that maybe I could have a chance
was good.
to perform
That
at the
was
Hollywood Bowl.
not as good as hers.
Not as good?
I thought she was in like the school play. I didn't know this was like the Hollywood Bowl. I figured that out.
It was a big deal. She was in the Lion King 30th anniversary, a live filmed concert event at the Hollywood Bowl.
I saw a TikTok of this woman who was like my kid who actually has experience in theater.
I saw this too.
Blah, blah, blah. Was trying out. She made it to the final tryouts. But word around the street has it that Kim K paid her off.
Of course. Of course.
But
it's a true Nepo baby situation.
Everybody look left.
Everybody look right.
She's cute. I think North is cute.
I think North is cute too. I mean, no hate towards North.
No.
I mean, it's not her fault. Don't you think it's so fucked up though?
Well, I don't know if it's true.
How else did she get? You think she just auditioned when was the best fit for that? Yeah. Dude, imagine being a parent in the audience that actually has a child who's trained and practiced and wanted that type of position. I mean, it's a big deal.
Hollywood Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where the Ace family was? Or no? Yeah, I think it was.
For what?
For one of their like charity events.
Pull up the video of North for people who haven't seen.
Do you guys know what her role was in the play?
She was the Lion. She was Simba. She was like the
she
star
was Simba,
role.
Simba.
Yeah.
You can tell, and she does like her stage presence. She doesn't know where to stand.
No, it doesn't even seem like she was really practicing for it.
No, but you can see like people like moving her around.
Damn, y'all are haters.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not. Again, it's not hate towards her. It's not her fault.
This is like a massive
She's a
role,
child, but it's like ridiculous.
This is like really good.
Yeah, it was a legitimate show, and then North was just there like in sweats.
Oh.
Quite so little
She sounds kind of good. Like for a kid, I don't know.
It's lacking.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Damn, y'all are haters.
I'm not hating on her.
The costume that they had for her is terrible. No offense
it is.
to whoever
It's her own.
decided that.
Yeah, she wanted to wear it.
Oh,
It's her thing.
okay.
To hot.
Who's that?
Zazu.
Is the bird?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've seen
Yeah,
Lion King.
yeah, I have. I just don't remember his name. All right, well, I think we've had enough of that.
Well, I just think it's an interesting conversation to have about,
Paying
power
your
and
way.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Taking a role from a really actually, dedicated and talented child.
Money will get you anything that you want.
Mm-hmm.
just need money.
Hi, anyways. Welcome back. We're here.
Yeah, welcome back to the Sesh. Oh yeah, it's been a little while. We last week was a pre-recorded for Memorial Day.
Yes, twas.
It was.
And we're back this week with some fiery topics.
Yeah, we've got a lot to cover
We
today.
do.
God, a lot has happened. In fact, there were so many topics we actually had to narrow it down to what we were going to discuss today.
Mm-hmm. We had to kick a few other topics off to make way for some other bigger ones.
Yeah, we were going to touch on, I was kind of wanting to talk about Sean Kingston.
Somebody call 911.
Someone had to call 911 for
Shotty
sure.
fire burning on the...
Shotty
fire burning.
He and his mother are arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have time to go into that today.
No.
So we have a bunch of other things that are, I'd say, with much more importance to speak on today.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm Janelle.
I'm Kendall.
And we're joined by Karelly and Sydney. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
Also, just a heads up, I and Sydney and Karelly, us three have been sick for like the past week or so. And we all kind of sound a little weird. So
Yeah.
sorry.
There's lots of sniffling going on here and coughing. I feel so bad for y'all. I can't believe I didn't get it.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, you're
literally.
amazing. How did you
I don't know.
manage to escape that?
Because I think Josh had it and then
Yeah.
gave it to all of you.
Nice. Thanks a lot.
I think I gave it to you guys like last week because the week before last, I was rough.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think it helped that you and I made out either.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
that's
could've
true.
been
Yeah,
bad.
over the weekend, yeah, we did.
I just love you.
I mean, I love you too. I love you so much. So actually, me and Janelle, happy Pride, by the way.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
happy Pride.
Woo! Woo!
One of the
Happy
best
Pride
months of the year.
to all of our LGBTQ kings, queens, non-binary. We love you all.
Yes, we do.
And yeah, Pride is so fun.
It is. It's a great time of year.
It is a great time of year. And fuck Harrison Buttlicker, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Anti-Pride boy. This one's for you, buddy.
I don't know why I was randomly thinking about Tommy Loren. Remember her?
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to see what she was up to because I hadn't heard about her in a while. I looked at her Instagram, horrified.
I was horrified. I'm
Horrified.
sure it's scary over there.
Oh my God, her Instagram story was just like going off about Pride Month. Like, this really bothers you people that much. Why do you give a fuck? It's so strange.
How bizarre.
How
bizarre.
bizarre. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Isn't that from a commercial?
No, it's
TikTok.
a song.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
TikTok.
God, everything.
You know that song?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Uh-huh.
Is that the How Bizarre song?
I
Or
have
am
no
getting
idea.
Yeah, I
confused?
think it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How Bizarre.
So, yeah, we have a lot of topics to go over. Should we just get into it?
Should we?
I mean, I think we need to start off with an update because we have been fucking screwed with over here. Okay?
Lied to. What happened?
Charlotte the Stingray.
Oh,
We've
yes,
been
my
lied and manipulated.
God, you guys. And I'm surprised all this time later it's coming out.
Yeah. Why did it take so long?
Okay, so if you don't remember, Charlotte the Stingray.
She's so cute.
We were talking about how did Charlotte get pregnant? That was the big announcement from this aquarium.
Because there was no male stingray in her tank.
Yeah, and we went through all the theories. Yeah, the possibility of some like miraculous thing. Maybe she mated with a shark.
Mhm.
We even came up with the idea of maybe it was some sick fuck aquarium worker that got her pregnant. Obviously, we were just kidding about that one, but turns out that was all for nothing because Charlotte is not actually pregnant after all this time. And how long did it take for us to find this out? Months. We reported this in like February, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, she's not even pregnant at all. Okay, so they made a statement here. Aquarium and Shark Lab team by ECCO says, we regret the delay of updates regarding Charlotte. Yeah, what the hell? This time was necessary to gather data and analyze lab and testing results. These reports were shared with our care team. The reports show that Charlotte has developed a rare reproductive disease that has negatively impacted her reproductive system. The findings are truly sad and unexpected medical development. Our priority is to focus on Charlotte's health and well-being. We will work with and be guided by veterinarians and specialists to better understand the disease and the treatment options for Charlotte. While the research of this disease is limited, we hope that Charlotte's case and medical treatment will positively contribute to science and will be of benefit to other rays in the future. We sincerely appreciate the incredible outpouring of love and support for Charlotte. Please respect Charlotte and her care team as we navigate the unexpected news and work to determine the best path forward. So what the hell?
Yeah, I'm very confused. And obviously, we feel for Charlotte. We're sad that this is happening. I don't know what this will lead to. I mean, is it something where she just can't reproduce or...
But why did it look like she had babies in her?
I know that. And why did it take you guys
pregnant.
so long to tell us? You think she was pregnant and just failed because of her condition?
Yeah, that's what I think. But
people on social media are like, this seems like a whole...
Someone said that they made the whole thing up. But they
Yeah.
were like, no, we swear we didn't do that.
But like, why did you take so long? People have been wanting answers on this. And I know that they've had an increase in visitors to the aquarium since this whole
That's
story
true.
broke. I mean, it was national news. It was huge.
I know.
And then months later, we're like, oh, never mind. It's actually a reproductive issue.
Yeah. And all these months too. And they've been doing testing and like labs and stuff on her. And they still can't figure out exactly what she has. Not saying that's, I mean, it could be true, but it's been since February, March,
months.
April, May,
I
June.
need answers.
It's been 3 months, at least 3 months since all this happened. And they don't have any answers yet.
We need
Also,
answers.
they need like a Stingray expert.
And
Yeah.
it seems like the way that they wrote this, like, we sincerely appreciate this, love and support for Charlotte, but please respect Charlotte and her care team as we navigate this unexpected news. There was no like, she wasn't actually pregnant or she was pregnant and the pregnancy failed. Like seems like very beat around the bush and defensive right out the gate, which is striking me as strange.
The owner of the aquarium says like, yo, I know this looks a little sus, but I swear,
It's not.
I swear this is not made up.
And maybe they're telling the truth. I mean, it's a little confusing to me.
Except for like, Remember we watched that video of the vet confirming
Yeah.
through the ultrasound that she was pregnant.
So maybe she really was and it just failed. But like,
oh, poor girl.
if that was the case, I mean, we're way past gestation.
Yeah,
right?
Gestation is 4 to 5 months. They think that she got pregnant in November.
Yeah.
So she would have been due around March.
Yeah.
March came and went. Nobody said anything. At this point, she was like 4 months overdue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, why just now? Like, what?
Yeah,
what's
it
going
just
on?
seems sketch. I mean, I don't want to accuse anyone of anything, obviously, but it's a little weird to make such a big deal out of this and really rake in the tourism and the views and make it a whole national hype, this miraculous conception, and then not even announce whether or not she had the babies, and then months later be like, oh yeah, this is actually, please don't ask questions though.
We don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
I don't know. This is sketch.
Do you think it was just one big ploy for attention and
I don't know.
tourism?
I would hope
kind
not.
of sounds like it.
I would hope
How?
not.
I wonder who would think of that. I mean, I give them props.
Yeah,
it worked.
it's a weird thing to just make up. Like,
They're like, sales are low. How can we get them?
Yes.
I lean more towards there was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like maybe they thought they were detecting a pregnancy and it actually wasn't. They're embarrassed to be like, our team doesn't
sucks.
know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, explain what this whole reproductive disease even. Why wouldn't they say exactly what it is? And
Well, because they said that they don't know.
it's
yet.
just a rare.
Just a rare one.
Well, I mean, it's sad if it's really going to affect her in a massive way.
I don't think she was ever pregnant. The aquarium literally says Stingray never was pregnant at all. I
But-
don't know.
I feel a little duped.
Me too. I'm pissed.
People do anything these days for attention.
I know. It's like, I mean, this was such a crazy story. You'd think you'd really make sure before announcing that.
Oh, maybe they like got it confused. Like she had the disease, and for some reason they thought it was pregnancy. I don't know.
Maybe Sydney, that it
I
was
don't-
like it looked like a pregnancy, but it was
Yeah.
actually this reproductive thing. But like, why not announce?
Tumor or
Here's
something.
this thing from National Geographic. It says an enlarged uterus, cystic ovaries, and unovulated eggs are hallmarks of reproductive diseases, according to Morris Animal Foundation. It's also common in older captive female stingrays like Charlotte. So maybe she had
So
that.
maybe they're embarrassed that they thought it was a pregnancy because they didn't know how to actually read
Poor
what they
girl.
were seeing in the ultrasound,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually cysts.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
If
what's
anyone
going
knows
on?
the truth out there, let us know.
Yeah,
So-
maybe clarify because I'm confused.
Hold on, guys. There's an update from their Facebook.
Oh.
It says, "Good morning. Many are asking the name of the reproductive disease, but it's simply found under the text reproductive disease.
Yeah.
We are actively searching for more information ourselves. There have been studies on southern rays, but we have not found any yet on round rays."
Maybe this was a genuine confusion, a genuine mistake. Maybe they really didn't make it up from the start. That'd be pretty ballsy and strange to do.
However,
It's possible.
also it's a little sus that all of their comments are turned off on their Facebook
Oh.
posts.
Oh, so they know, like, other people are bringing the heat with this. Like, what the fuck happened here? Because
Mhm.
even if that was the case and this was a mistake, you guys were confused, you read the ultrasound wrong, or X, Y, and Z, why did you not update this until now? Why did you not? People have been going there to see
I
the
know.
miraculous Charlotte. Seems a little, I don't know what to think about that. Sounds sketchy.
I don't know, man. I don't know either.
Like,
Hopefully
when
the
it
truth
was
will come out.
past the due date, we should have gotten an answer
Hopefully
then.
the truth will come out. Okay.
The truth always comes out.
I love Charlotte. She's
I do
cute.
too. She's a queen.
I want a pet stingray.
I hope she wasn't used for marketing and
I
publicity.
agree. Poor girl. Let's hope.
So the other day, people, I had a terrible experience at the pharmacy. I got stuck in the drive-thru for 30 minutes, almost missed my hair appointment because of it. I was so pissed. But it's one of those situations where you can't like leave because someone's behind you. Several people are behind you. Someone's in front of
You're
you.
literally stuck.
I was stuck. And all I needed to do was pick up my prescription. But I'm assuming that the person that was, at the window is having some sort of issue, and it took forever. Overall, I try to just avoid the pharmacy as much as I can, and that's why I love services like Nurix. Nurix is an affordable way to get quality mental health care that will make a difference in your life. And with your prescribed treatment plan, you'll get unlimited messaging with your medical team. They're available to answer any questions you may have so that you are supported throughout your mental health journey. Nurix's seamless clinical evaluation means you can seek treatment on your own schedule. You can skip the long wait times and get access to licensed providers from the privacy of your own home. Nurx offers expert care that meets you where you are. We all know mental health services can cost hundreds of dollars per appointment, and Nurx provides mental health medication management for less with no hidden costs or surprise bills, and they accept many major insurance plans for prescriptions. Nurx makes it easy to access treatment for anxiety and depression and have your prescriptions sent right to your home. Convenience and privacy guaranteed. Thanks to Nurx for sponsoring our podcast. Taking control of your mental health starts here. Go to nurx.com/sesh to get started. That's NURX.com/sesh. Results may vary, not offered in every state. Medications prescribed only if clinically appropriate. Consultation required.
Now, before we get into our other big topics here, I came across this last week and it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen on the internet. Truly, this guy is an icon and we have to talk about it really quick. It's so have you seen the video? I told you not to really look into it.
No, I haven't seen
good.
This.
Have you guys?
Yes, I have. And yesterday I was researching it more. It was a mistake on behalf of the courts.
Oh.
So it's not, it sucks that
it's so funny though.
It sucks that this guy's literally now a meme and it's not even his fault. It's
but
literally
he's
the
an
court's
icon.
fault.
No, I'm a fan of this guy.
I am too. No, I am too.
He's
but
funny.
he's funny as fuck. We'll watch.
The whole thing.
Okay,
the whole
tell
thing
me
is just
about
so
it.
funny.
I need
Okay,
to know what's going on.
So basically, this Michigan judge, his name is Cedric Simpson. There's this recording that comes out of this hearing. Essentially, basically, this driver had a suspended license,
And this is a Zoom court?
Yes.
Okay.
so he's called into the courtroom, and so they call his ass up on Zoom, and mind you, for a suspended license, but he's in the car driving. It's so good. Okay, so
What?
let's just watch the video.
I love these Zoom courts. They're so funny.
Or Gulls case, People versus Corey Harris.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Reynolds for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Oh
Mr.
my
Harris,
God, the
are
car's
you
moving
driving?
too.
The judge in this.
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
The judge's face.
Oh my God. Holding the phone while driving with a
stationary?
suspended
I'm
license.
pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
He's so
Hell yeah.
happy. Yeah.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driver while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving,
Look at his face.
and he didn't have a license. Oh,
Oh.
That's what the charge is, Your Honor. Yes.
no, I'm looking at
Yeah.
the record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended, and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Even she's like, fuck.
Hello?
Hello.
He's like, did I just fuck this up more? He's like, fuck.
Why would you do that?
Well, there's an explanation. It's not really his fault. The
I
judge
don't
is
know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Poor dude. Okay. He's like, fuck.
Wait, why are you guys defending him? What?
Okay.
Thank you.
So basically
Okay.
what happens is, as you could hear, the judge was like, all right, your bond is up. You need to turn yourself in. Now, it actually turns out that the suspension was tied to a child support case from January of 2022, but the judge ordered that the suspension be lifted and his driver license be reinstated. However, according to Michigan Secretary of State's office, they never received the clearance, so his suspension was never lifted. So he was under the impression that it was lifted and he was fine, but they never actually did anything about it. So that when the judge is looking at his papers, he's like, sir?
Okay.
So the reason he appeared in court was for a misdemeanors case that stemmed from a traffic stop in October of 2023. And it's unclear why his public defender didn't actually resolve this. But yeah, it was actually reinstated back in 2022, but they didn't actually.
So he didn't
receive
have
the
to go to
clearance.
jail.
No.
I wonder if he's gonna have a case against Michigan now.
Oh, like to sue them.
to sue them. I mean, if he had to go in and turn himself in
Yeah.
and no bond and everything.
And at first, like,
So shook.
before I figured out the rest of it, I was just laughing so hard. Like, You can't make this up. This dude's literally driving, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you're here for a suspended license." He's like, "Let me just pull in my doctor's office."
He's like, "Yes, I am."
Oh, I love it so much. What a fucking legend.
Breaking news!
Okay, just jumping in here real quick. This is Janelle. Right after we stopped recording, like the day after, an update came out about Harris. And turns out he did turn himself in, and he ended up spending 2 days in jail because of it, which is so fucked up because, like we said, his license wasn't even actually suspended. And so it's not really clear why his public defender or the Pittsfield Township Prosecutor's Office didn't actually catch the error months ago. But either way, yeah, he spent 2 days in jail, which is so fucked up. So shouts out to our great justice system we have here in America. That's clearly sarcasm. How embarrassing for them. Moving on here. This is another short segment of Why Do Men?
Oh, yes. Didn't expect this from Jerry Seinfeld. This is kind of a really odd and unnecessary take. I don't know why the fuck you would say this, but Jerry Seinfeld is calling for the return of dominant masculinity.
Hell yeah, brother.
He went on Honestly with Barry Weiss, which is a podcast where he admits that his career hasn't made him the real man that he dreams to be. Now, I know so many of you out there are probably Seinfeld fans. It's like Friends, or, you know, it's one of those cult
I think it's like
following
the
shows.
most successful sitcom ever.
I've seen a couple episodes of it when I was younger, and like I can see how it was funny back then, but it's just so dated now that I don't really
I
get
kind of
it.
want to try and watch it again now that I'm older. I watched a few episodes when I was younger. I didn't really get it, but people were obsessed with that show when it was coming out.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely obsessed.
And I've recently been watching a little bit of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that was written by
Oh, really?
Larry David.
By Larry David.
Oh, okay.
Seinfeld was. And it's kind of like got the Seinfeld vibe from what I understand. And that's pretty funny. So maybe I should give it a chance more as an adult. But as a kid, I always thought it was like, I didn't get it. But yeah, this is really weird coming from him.
Maybe he saw Ryan Buttlicker's speech and was like, you know what? Retweet.
I just
Sure.
don't get like why if you have these thoughts, why would you ever want to like publicly say this? It's so strange.
Let's watch.
Of all the battles to pick.
I know.
As a man, can I
You
say
sure
that?
you are? Are you?
I've
I mean,
always wanted to be.
I didn't ask your pronouns before we
I've
began.
always wanted to be a real man. I never made it. In that era, again, it was JFK, it was Muhammad Ali, it was Sean Connery, Howard Cosell. You can go all the way down
Connery.
there. That's a real man.
You said, not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand.
Mm.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
That's
I haven't
Connery.
changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No.
Ew, dude, what are you fucking talking about?
I never really grew up.
Jerry, what are you doing?
I'm putting this on him and we're going to the sink.
Oh, Jerry. You're priceless.
You're going to be the first pirate. But I don't want to be a pirate. You don't want to as a comedian because it's a childish pursuit. I just want to touch him a little.
I said no.
I miss a dominant masculinity. But what is this salty discharge?
Oh my God, you're crying.
It's a black leather thing with a strap. You mean a purse? Yes, a purse. I carry a purse. Yeah, I get the toxic thing. I get it. But still, I like a real man.
It's so strange. I don't really get what this conversation continues to go on too. From men that the masculine men is dying. It's very reminiscent of what Buttlicker was saying last week too. It's so strange. In fact, I feel like we have this rise right now in the alpha male and the red pill community, as they call themselves.
Yeah.
And there's so much of that. We see it everywhere.
Yep.
But then we also see people who have embraced their more feminine side and are being more themselves. Why is that bothering you so much? It's like such a smaller percent of the population of men too. It seems like for the most part, most men are still like leaning more into their masculinity and are afraid to show that other side of them. So why is this like these people act as if all men in the world have turned into this feminine, like baby back bitch, you know?
I think they literally feel like their sex is being threatened because there's other men who do not abide by those same standards, I
Yeah,
guess.
that they're just like embracing who they really are.
It's the same thing of like, there's this whole movement of like anti-feminist or like, I'm not a feminist. I actually don't mind cooking for my husband. It's like, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's simply just being able to have the choice of if you want to do that or not.
Yeah.
And being treated the same way regardless. And I don't know why people feel so threatened by what other people are doing with their lives.
It's just like such a non-issue. I mean, we have billions of people in the world. You want every single man to be the same way, that there's no room for a spectrum of different types of people who approach life differently and have different ways of thinking and acting. It's such a strange hill to die on.
I agree.
Jerry, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I know there's a lot of Jerry Seinfeld fans, and I don't know that much about the guy. He just seems like kind of a miserable dude. I saw this really off-putting clip of him on Jimmy Fallon talking about how he just hates everything and hates vacations and time with his family.
Yes, that whole thing was really interesting.
It's like things you just keep to yourself, dude. Like, why do you've had such a successful career and you have so many people that look up to you. Why do you got to come out with these strange takes? I mean, just why?
I agree. Also, this is coming from the dude that was dating a 16-year-old and then they got engaged when she was 19 and he was 35.
Ew.
Jerry?
Yes.
Is that his wife now?
I don't think so. She was 16 when they met. And then they got engaged when she was only 19. So basically barely legal.
Yeah, this was very off-putting to me.
Vacationing. I hate it. I hate going. My wife hates going with me. The kids hate going. I still go because what is the difference of doing one more thing I don't like on top of not liking anything anyway?
Humbug. Just hate
What don't you
everything.
like
I'm a
about a
miserable soul.
vacation? Everything. But it doesn't matter because when I do something I don't like, it doesn't bother me. That's all I'm used to. I am a very happy person, hating everything throughout my entire life. That's how I would describe myself.
It is like a strange thing to admit about yourself.
And my wife, she, it's tough on her. She gets upset when I have a bad time. I don't.
You don't?
No, I knew it was going to suck.
You knew it.
And then
weird.
I'm going to complain about it, which is something I do enjoy. That's what I...
What a miserable person.
I love
Seriously.
complaining. My entire act is me complaining. I try and make it entertaining, but that's all it is me complaining.
What exactly things don't you like about it?
Name something on the jet ski. Okay. Woo!
Dude, jet skiing is so fun.
Don't you hate when people do that? Yeah.
I think it's kind of tone deaf.
Oh, it's so
like
tone
you
deaf.
are so rich and
on it.
successful.
What is it?
People would love
It
to be
is
able to go on a
an
vacation
amazing
jet ski with their family.
propulsion device to go nowhere. You go nowhere.
You're on the
Wherever
lake.
you get on a jet ski, that's your final destination. That's where you're going. 25 minutes later.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Thousands of miles.
You've been
travel.
You go there.
I don't know. Weirdo.
Yeah.
Do you think that's an act?
Kind of.
That's the thing is, like, I think that's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was kind of the Seinfeld thing, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of miserable. Is that how it is on the show?
I think so. Yeah, he's kind of just like...
So maybe it is an act. I mean, I don't know. The whole masculinity thing, that's, I think, clear views on that. I'm curious for people out there who are big fans of Jerry, what you think of that. But I mean, honestly, I have not much of an opinion on this guy, but it's certainly a weird, really weird thing to say. And it's just, we hear it so often. I'm so tired of this conversation. Shut the fuck up.
I agree. I don't think it's going to stop, though.
We're just losing our true roots. The men are going extinct. Okay?
I hope so.
Maybe. Yeah, which, by the way, they're definitely not together. They dated way back in the 90s for a bit. But yeah, they were dating when she was 17 and he was in his 30s.
That's so creepy.
And then they got engaged.
Well,
yeah. I wonder what they talked about.
Yeah, that is really strange, too, to bring up Sean Connery as some male idol.
Yeah, that is.
What?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And there's no one like that anymore.
No more Muhammad Ali's.
No more JFKs.
The world's gone to shit.
Yeah, it's that same.
No
It's
more
such an old,
JFKs.
bitter way to look at things.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I just don't.
If you have that
truly-
view, why are you saying that? It's so cringe.
Keep it to yourself. There's no reason to say it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You sound so out of touch, Jerry.
Jerry. Yeah, Seinfeld was insanely popular though.
Mm-hmm.
My parents loved it.
Same.
My parents too. Yeah.
I don't know.
I should ask my dad about that. Because I wonder if he just, this is kind of like a little, like he's putting on this.
I think
act. 'Cause he
well, a
was,
lot
like,
of
kind of this-
comedians are like they
Yeah.
play it up. That's their job is
It's
to
kind of funny to be like, I hate everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it just
it-
comes across as.
Isn't it funny to be a negative Nancy all the time though? It's not. It's so fucking annoying.
I think
like,
that was kind of the Seinfeld premise.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
He was like, because in the clips showing him from the show, he's like
He's
kind
like
of
ditzy.
a wimp.
Well,
Okay.
he's like it's like a friend group, and I think he's kind of like the
he's like the goofy one, like the kind of ditzy kind
no,
of like
no, not Jerry. No,
Oh, am I
Jerry's
thinking of-
you're thinking of Kramer, yeah. No, Jerry was very much like the person that's kind of keeping the group level-headed, stable, like the ringleader of the crew, kind of.
Mhm.
And he has his like goofy friends.
But I think it's similar to the way that Larry David is on Curb Your Enthusiasm is like he's like a little bit miserable, but it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he's constantly complaining or like having issues with people
Yeah.
and like seems bothered by everything, but it's kind of funny. That's like what makes the show enjoyable and funny. So maybe
Which-
that's just kind of like continuing the act. Maybe that's kind of from Seinfeld. I guess we don't really know enough about the show to
I kind of understand that because that's how a lot of shows are.
Mhm.
Like Schitt's Creek, they base their whole show off of like living in what they consider really terrible conditions.
Yes.
And, you know, Moira's whole character is like complaining about
Mhm.
everything. Honestly, all of theirs are. And so,
Yeah.
and I mean, I love that show. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with that show. But,
And that's why I like Curb. It's funny.
yeah.
But
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, regardless, I think the whole like, we need masculine men is not a great take.
The dying breed.
Dying breed, baby.
It's just called evolution, bro.
We need to bring him back.
I think we've got plenty of them.
I think they can stay where they're at.
So I was just telling my story about getting stuck in the pharmacy line the other day. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I literally hate the pharmacy.
I know, I do too.
I'm
so
sorry. I will
awful.
avoid it at all costs. It annoys the crap out of me. If I can get something shipped to my door, I will be doing so.
Always going to take that option. And honestly, I feel so bad for pharmacists. They're so understaffed.
They are.
And I'm sure they're so stressed out, but it is an awful experience
Well,
every time.
If I don't have to go, that's one less person they have to deal with. okay?
Exactly. Take it off their plate.
And if you guys have been listening to the show for a while, you know that Kendall and I have struggled with adult acne for pretty much all of our 20s.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And we finally have both gotten it under control.
Yeah.
Thank God. We are so grateful to have clearer skin. And a huge part of it was because of apostrophe.
Yes, definitely. God, your skin looks amazing today,
Thank you,
might
dude.
I just say.
I seriously
Oh,
haven't had a zit in months. Spironolactone literally like saved my skin.
Me too. I
It's-
love spironolactone.
It is so good, you guys.
But anyway, I be getting that through Apostrophe.
Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. And through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. And it's so easy to use. All you have to do is simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, and then you just take a few selfies of your skin, and your dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you. And what's really cool is that Apostrophe has access to prescription treatments for all types of acne, so hormonal acne, to facial acne, back acne, chest acne, even butt acne, okay? Treat breakouts from head to toe.
And you know what's also really fun about Apostrophe? They send you those stickers
Yes.
so you can decorate your pill bottles.
It's very cute.
It's a very fun experience. And I've always had great experiences with their customer service. They respond really quickly. They're on top of it. Any questions that you have.
They also check in with you periodically to see
Yeah.
like how your skin's improving or if there's any other concerns you have. Maybe
Make
you need a little.
adjustments.
Yeah, exactly. It's really great and hands-on.
And they have a special deal for our audience. You can get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/sesh when you use our code SESH. Just compare that to how much you'd have to spend at the dermatologist. It's crazy. It's a savings of $15, and this code is only available for our listeners. So to get started, you can go to apostrophe.com/sesh, click get started, then use our code SESH at sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you so much, Apostrophe, for sponsoring today's episode.
Let's get into our main two topics here.
Yeah.
This
is wild.
The next two things we're talking about, we're going to be talking about a kick streamer who is completely out of her mind and problematic. And then we're also going to be talking about some people that were kids during when family vlogging was really starting to gain a lot of attention and starting to become a real career, I guess you could say. And now that they're older and they're adults, they've come out and talked about their experience and how horrible it was for them.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the kick streamer. Her name is Natalie Reynolds. So kick streamer Natalie Reynolds is getting blasted on social media after asking a random woman, well, as far as we know, she's a random woman, to jump off a dock into Lady Bird Lake in Austin, Texas. And this was all going on while she was participating in a contest to win $30,000 hosted by another streamer. His name is Ice Posion.
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Is that like
Poison? That's like a god. It's like a
Poseidon.
He's like a
Poseidon.
Yes.
Wait, that's amazing.
Isn't
Okay,
that
Poseidon, sorry.
Which I think this is kind of cool. I don't know anything about Ice Poseidon, but it sounds like a fun kind of get outside and do a real scavenger hunt type thing.
Yeah.
Poseidon was Little Mermaid's dad.
Yeah. Oh.
No, that's King Triton.
Oh, ignore me.
Poseidon was Little Mermaid's dad.
Okay. Now, we've talked about Kick before, and I've never used Kick, but it's another streaming platform. A lot of the people who are on it came from Twitch.
Yeah, like a lot of them got kicked off of Twitch because the thing with Kick is you can do whatever you want for the most part. They have really lax rules.
Yeah. Well, especially like when they first started to. Ice Poseidon, by the way, made a start on Twitch and at one point was one of their partnered streamers. And then he rose to prominence in 2015 from his streams of old school RuneScape, which was a very popular game that streamers would play.
No, it is RuneScape.
It is RuneScape. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that was a huge game.
It was.
Is this not you don't like this whole scavenger hunt thing? That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a good way to like get people outside.
Yeah, I guess so.
I love a good scavenger hunt. Seems fun. Obviously, what ended up happening here isn't great, but
no, yeah, I could see where like the idea behind it.
Like, I guess the whole thing is he set up this huge scavenger hunt here in Austin, Texas, and the person who figures out and finds the last step will get this cash money prize.
Yeah.
And the contest was open to anyone who wanted to participate in the Austin area, so not just streamers. I think that's like a kind of cool, non-lazy giveaway. I mean, so many people are like, just follow me here and you're entered into my giveaway.
That's true.
So I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, a little bit more creative for sure.
I mean, I don't know anything about this person. Maybe I don't know.
Well, he was actually permanently banned from Twitch in April of 2017 after being swatted by police on an American Airlines flight in Phoenix while live streaming. He was escorted off the plane right before takeoff by police after one of his viewers made a hoax bomb threat under his name, which is fucked up. Why would you do that? And while this wasn't the first time being swatted during a live stream, this was one of the ones that led to his permanent suspension from Twitch. So he also launched some cryptocurrency like every other streamer has called CX Coin, which was a huge scam.
Ice, okay. I have to revoke my...
I was going to say, I'm not a big fan. He admitted to scamming over $500,000 from his fans in a pump and dump crypto scheme.
Yikes. Okay. Maybe we don't like Ice Poseidon.
No, we don't.
Which, Poseidon? What did I say? Poseidon. I like that better. By the way, if you don't know what like pump and dump is, it's basically a form of stock fraud where you artificially inflate the prices of a stock through false or misleading like positive statements in order to sell the cheaply purchased stock at a higher price.
Guys, you got to get it. This is the next cryptocurrency. We're going to make it big. And then you sell it all once your audience has bought a bunch of it so that you can make a bunch.
Yeah. So also he, of course, is a boxer.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Professional boxing. He made his debut in November of 2022. Oh, side note, Tyson and Paul.
Yeah.
Not happening, at least for now.
Watch it just never happen.
Yeah, maybe they purposely did that.
Is there a date?
No, they just postponed it.
Yeah, because Mike Tyson has ulcers. Or something, yeah.
So, anyways, okay, back to the story. Ice posted the clues on Twitter, and then the participants would then have to go and find the RFID tag to scan to the next clue. Okay, so Natalie was one of the participants of this whole thing, and She was, of course, live streaming it all and took one of the challenges definitely too far. So the tag that she was specifically trying to find was supposedly in Lady Bird Lake. And so first she attempts to get in it. Let's go ahead and watch a clip on that.
Yeah, do you want to have a play date?
You want to jump in with me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it with you.
I'd rather go skinny dipping with you if I'm being honest.
Do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Chad, like, they're all saying you're sexy and shit.
Like,
yeah,
why
they're all
are they
saying
doing that?
they're all
This
saying
woman
W
is
woman,
clearly
she's thick as fuck.
not
You should jump in the
understanding what's
water
going
to
on.
find it for me.
Well, why don't you jump in with me?
I'll give you $20.
$20?
Yeah, that's a W.
No.
That's a good deal. $20. Yeah, so you go in, you try to find the skin. I'll jump in after you.
What? She said, we're jumping together, right?
No.
No. All right.
How fucking rude.
You know why I wasn't going to? Because my feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ready? Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Did you see her ass? What? Oh,
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Yes, you did.
Thank you, guys. We're gonna have you guys get out.
Wait, who is that? What the fuck is going on? I don't even...
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she literally died.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. Oh, please.
And she's like,
Please,
laughing.
no, she's floating.
Drowning.
I'm gonna fucking kill her. She says she's drowning.
Oh, this is bad. Dude, Natalie.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know?
Really?
Oh, this is bad. Dude, Natalie.
And they're all
I'm sorry, I didn't know. She said she's drowning. She says she's drowning.
and they're walking away.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I swear.
I think you
No, I didn't. Let's go. There, she's drowning in the lake.
God, there's a.
And then they run away.
Yeah, and the fire truck
Nah,
comes.
this is bad.
God, how heartless.
Wait, this is really bad.
By the way, she's 25 years old.
This woman that
No. Natalie
Natalie
Reynolds.
is. Oh my God. Dude, anything for views. So let me understand this. They were trying to find one of the clues in the water.
Well, it was like the tags was like it's supposedly was in the lake. And so instead of going in and getting it herself or figuring it out, she just started like trolling on this woman. And was like egging her on, like, oh, you should jump in. And
at first she said, I'll jump in with you. And then she changed her mind on that. And
Yeah.
just like convinced her to jump in. Which it's like, obviously, I know there will be some people out there who are like, why would she jump in if she can't swim?
But so, yeah, she starts like kind of mocking her and telling her that she wants to go skinny dipping and tells her that she'll give her $20 for jumping in, which we don't know if she ever really paid her because she ran away. I highly doubt she ever paid her.
Yeah.
Clearly, she's using her for views and had no intention of actually getting in the water herself.
Oh, totally. And being like, oh, the audience thinks you're hot and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Which it's like, you're just taunting her. Come on.
Oh, and then when the other people come, and I think the other people were just like bystanders.
I think they worked at the boat shop there. 'Cause they're
Okay.
like, you need to get off the.
Yeah, because they're like, you need to,
Yeah.
like, you guys need to leave.
So I guess to
And-
her credit, she
No,
she
she
doesn't
didn't.
look great running away, but they did tell
No,
her
she
to
didn't do
leave.
anything. But
Yeah.
she didn't do anything. Like, they told
Yeah.
her to leave, but
You could at
You're
least
laughing-
stand by towards the back.
Dude,
you
and you're
know?
laughing, saying this lady's drowning, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna
Yeah.
myself.
I didn't even know the smiling.
Yeah.
God.
And like the lady didn't know how to swim. And that's the thing too, is like, I don't know. As someone who like also can't swim, like this is fucking like I would probably have drowned. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
honestly kind of a miracle that this lady like didn't get more hurt than she was. There was a reporting saying that she had to get just like medical attention. It wasn't anything severe.
Yeah.
But as far as you know, she did have to get like
I'm sure she was
attention.
just
Paramedics
checked
had to go
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like mild compared to what she's done before. We'll get into that in a second. Now to make it way worse, obviously you can tell she ran away from the dock, leaving her behind. And as you can see in the clip, the ambulance starts driving around too. So after she runs off, she's quoted saying, I think, or her friend that's with her, is quoted saying, I think you just murdered a lady. And Natalie says that she thought that lady was on drugs or drunk and just wanted to have fun, and she didn't know she was mentally ill, which I'm like, that even if she was,
she's mentally ill.
Well,
that's just what Natalie said.
I mean,
we'll watch the video.
Yeah, let's watch the video. Just a reminder, this is live streaming. This is all happening live.
There's no editing.
Ill. I thought she was just trying to have fun. I thought she was drunk or something. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Even better to have her jump in the water if you thought she was drunk.
What? Wait, why is she just here though? If she's like mentally ill, does she just like roam around the like area?
She might be.
Yeah, dude.
Unhoused.
That's very common.
Of course, this happens like what? 30 minutes of my stream, like I spent time convincing someone to jump. See, now she's just floating in the water. I think she's on drugs.
Anyways,
God.
Yeah, Austin Fire tweeted out, "There's no water rescue on Lady Bird Lake. The person is out of the water, and the incident has been downgraded to a medical call." So yeah, they were just called probably to check on her.
Mm-hmm.
Now since obviously this has gone viral, people have started looking into her past, and what she has done in the past is just horrible. Okay. So here are a few of the comments though before we move on. Some say, why wouldn't they stay there and help her? Absolutely horrible. There's a special place in hell for people like this. The fact that she just ran off is very disappointing.
Yeah, to say the fucking least.
You literally convinced her to get in. If she's mentally ill or not, or if she's on drugs or not, or whatever the thing is, clearly you're taking advantage of her because the woman does not know that you're trolling her.
Yeah, you're clearly thinking she's someone funny to make fun of on your stream.
Yeah.
And get a rise out of.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit here. Back in December of 2023, Natalie and her film crew were pulled over by police after they were doing a kidnapping children prank.
What?
So funny. Let's watch a clip of that.
Children kidnapping prank?
Kidnapping children prank.
This is your once in a lifetime opportunity to get something for free. Somebody.
Come on in.
Here. Here you go. Yep. We have all these selections right here. Do you want Skittles? Skittles?
This person's in a van literally pretending that they're kidnapped, and she's in a Walmart parking lot trying to get other people to come and get
It's free candy. Does nobody want free candy? What's up? Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut up, pussy. Shut up, pussy.
We got a candy shop.
We got a candy shop, bro.
How uncreative.
Dude, people
this just shows
that's what I'm
you
saying.
have no actual talent.
People
if you have
do
to do things
anything
like this.
for a view.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even funny. Like,
No.
come on. That's so boring. So lame. Let's get a video of them being pulled over.
Like the cops like draw guns on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like
yeah.
like
they have to take it
people-
seriously. I'm sure the police were called.
It's a fucking kidnapping, bro. Like it's not anything serious. It's not anything like little.
What a waste of resources.
You guys just watch my streams to see me get shot.
Oh,
like it's that.
Oh, there's another cop.
Another cop.
Oh my God.
And they're shocked by this? Of course there's going to be cops.
I wonder what's in her hand.
Oh my fucking God. It's
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
oh my fucking God.
What did you
And now
dumbasses
you're
think
sitting
was going to
right there.
happen?
Oh my god! I'm gonna kill.
Put your hands up, Natalie. Put your hands up.
Oh, listen, would you just hear what she said?
Yeah, that's the
I'm going to kill
second time.
myself.
That's
She
the
said that
second
last
time.
time too.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of the car.
They're live streaming this.
Get out of the car. It's on the ground.
Natalie, hands up, hands up.
Get out of the ground. Get out of the car now. Okay,
What a
okay,
tough ass bitch.
Get on-
This is it's so funny to me too that she tries to act like this hard girl that she
He literally
getting
they're
out.
trying to get a good angle before they get out of the car. You will do anything for a view these days.
that's all you care about. And then like watching her just melt down. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm so scared. It's like you know exactly what you're doing and you're trying to act so tough in all your other clips. I'm this I don't give a fuck type of bitch. And then this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How big is her? Like, what is her following? Her
It's
numbers?
Not the biggest. She has 30,000 on Kick, 338 on Instagram.
Just 338,000?
1,000, yeah. 2.4 million on TikTok. So TikTok is your biggest following.
Yeah, well, that's not where it ends there. It gets a lot worse, actually, because now she's starting to abuse animals on stream.
Which this happened before all of this.
Yeah, this is
Correct.
all
This is
prior.
all-
This
yeah.
just was like really
Kinda
like
opened the
coming.
door
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
Mhm.
Maybe some people knew about it, but this was after the whole lake incident. People were like, wait, who is this person? Then found all this
Yeah.
other dirt on her.
Okay.
Okay, so Just a warning, you guys. We're not going to like play any of the clips, but we do talk about her killing animals. So if you don't want to hear that, skip
Proceed
forward.
with caution. We have
timestamps
and
Yeah.
chapters and stuff. So if you want to skip it, but
Okay,
and
so
this is really fucking sad.
at the beginning of this year, she got tons of backlash after live streaming herself spearing a wild boar.
Spearing.
And named the video Shooting Animals for Dinner Live. The video was 2 hours long. And at the beginning of the stream, she claimed she would be hunting wild hogs using a spear and said that hogs would be eaten as food and were not being hunted for sport. So I guess that's her trying to justify it. Yeah.
Put the cover out.
Yeah.
Which is like, I do understand. I'm not like against hunting especially if you're going to eat the meat.
Yeah.
I think that's better than just buying it from the grocery store, honestly. If you can go out,
absolutely. No, I
Um,
would agree. If you're going to eat meat,
but
try and do it as fresh as possible.
what is the point of using a spear and filming it?
Filming it. Also, spearing an animal requires you to obviously put your full force into them, especially if you're trying to kill like a hog or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know about it. I'm not going to make a statement of whether or not it's humane because I don't know anything about hunting. To me, it sounds kind of odd versus just shooting it. But maybe if you're trained enough and you know what you're doing, you're able to do it in a way that immediately like kills the animal and they don't have to suffer.
Yeah. I'm not.
This is
familiar
not
with
the
that
case,
either.
though.
No, because she does it very incorrectly.
Okay, so about 40 minutes into the stream, she and her friends spotted a boar that was pinned down by hunting dogs. And after the boar was pinned down, Natalie approached the squealing boar and proceeded to carry out this killing of it. Like I said, though, she has no hunting skills, and she was unable to kill the boar, leaving it thrashing around in pain and squealing, so it was definitely not dead. It was
just
100% suffering. It's so sad.
And this is all live streaming.
It's all live stream. You're allowed to live stream that on Kick.
Is that actually their policy? Can you stream hunting? Are there hunting streamers? I'm assuming
I
there's,
don't know.
right? Because there's got to be. I mean, there's streaming of everything nowadays.
I'm sure there's hunting streamers, but this is like just it's inhumane. Like it's just wrong. Like it doesn't look like.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, it's clearly not actually something she's passionate about doing. It's just like, how can I do the most?
The fact that she literally titles her fucking video, what was it? Shooting Animals for Dinner Live. Yeah, clearly that's just trying to get views.
So sorry to interrupt you. So this genre of streaming is called IRL streaming. Basically, just people going out and doing it, because usually when you're streaming, you're in front of a computer playing games.
It's like Fousey too.
It's like Fousey too. Yeah, it's just like them going out into the real life and like. So I mean, there probably are hunting. Streamers and stuff.
I'm sure there's a lot of it that's actually educational for people who are learning to hunt and want to learn how to do it in an ethical way.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Have permits and...
Right.
You know?
And yeah. No, totally. So as this is all happening, her and her friend joked that the boar was at, quote, 1 HP, which if you don't know, HP means health points. It's like a reference that gamers use.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're
about
to die or something. So basically like, this boar is...
on its last
leg.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is really sad, but honestly puts the animal out of its misery. Thank God. One of the hunters actually proceeded to just cut the animal's throat and put it out of its misery. Then she makes the dumbest comment saying, quote, "I wasn't expecting the blood. It caught me by surprise." Like, okay, the fuck are you talking about?
You have no real passion for hunting or...
Doesn't know anything about it, obviously.
No, it's just, how can I do the most outrageous shit for views?
Now, California requires a hunting license to hunt wild boar, and so I guess we can assume that she has one, but it still is very fucked up the way she was doing it.
Yeah, I'm really confused about this and curious. You know, I'm curious to you out there who are more familiar with hunting. Is there any type of regulation on how you do the hunting? Does anything go? Can you like set traps? Can you strangle them?
No,
like,
no. I'm pretty sure there's regulations around what you can
there's
use.
gotta be. I mean, and I understand it comes from our ancestors to use a spear. That's all that there was at one point, but we are so far past that. What's the point?
A lot of people hunt with like bow and arrows and stuff, which again,
but if you know what you're doing,
if you know what you're doing and you're able to aim correctly and then hit a vital organ, like hopefully, I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird, but hopefully it dies quickly.
Yeah. And that's not always the case even when you use a firearm too.
Sure.
Like sometimes there are cases where you can just be slightly off and then you go and obviously take care of them and put them out of their misery. And again, when I say that I'm like not against hunting, I'm against hunting just for sport. When you're not actually using the animal.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not my personal cup of tea.
No, and like I could never hunt myself.
Ew.
I just cannot.
Although
I
will say I have great respect for people who prioritize either getting their meat from hunting themselves or
Yes.
buy locally, because it is so much better
Mhm.
than buying meat through like a grocery store.
Yeah.
The animals are able to like live good lives up until
Mhm.
that point, and also the meat is just way better for the consumer. But
Especially people that really go the extra mile to use all the parts and make
Yes.
sure none of it's wasted. And
there's a lot of people who
I
have
can
high
understand
respect for animals and
Absolutely.
and are very grateful that like that animal is able to then feed their family for months to come.
I know some people will disagree, but I think there are ways to hunt ethically.
Yeah.
This is certainly not one of them.
Totally. But she doesn't stop there, because only 2 days after she went live hunting for wild boar, she went live again, this time hunting for alligators. She says gator hunting live now on Kick.
And I'm pretty sure that's the one that she hunted.
The picture of her sitting on an alligator.
Yeah, her tweet. Yeah.
I didn't know you could hunt an alligator.
I didn't know that either. I would have thought there's some. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can get alligator meats at like I've seen it at restaurants, especially down in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, like there's places that have alligator meat on the restaurant on the
I've
the
seen
menu. Mm-hmm.
There's that place here. I don't know if it's still open. If it's still open, but Buckhorn Exchange.
Oh yeah, Buckhorn
They
Exchange.
do-
I've been there before. Oh,
Yeah.
that place freaked me
I
out.
hate that
There's
place.
Animals all over the walls. Yeah,
Ew.
Yeah, no, and they have
Not
like
my vibe.
They have a lot of exotic meats and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you ever try alligator?
No, I'm good on that.
No. The states of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Texas all distribute alligator hunting license. So I don't know if she was I don't think she was in California. Maybe she went out of state for that. Okay. Anyways, back to this though. So in one of the clips, which again, we're not going to play this, she has the alligator tied up and then shoots it point blank in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And then this results in Kick banning her for only 72 hours.
I'm curious because I feel like there's got to be live
Well-
streaming for hunting, but are you supposed to like not actually film the action? Like, would this be different if it was like a pheasant or an elk or something? Or is it just.
Kick's rules say strictly no illegal violence against animals will be tolerated. Videos displaying legal hunting practices are permitted. However, graphic, close-up, gruesome displays of suffering are not allowed.
Okay.
Which is what this was considered because, like, I mean, she's in front of it. She's like maybe 2 feet away from
like
the alligator.
point blank, and the poor thing is like tied up and doesn't even have a chance. And it shows that she has such lack of experience, because don't hunters normally like actually try to shoot them in the wild, not just like tie them up and make it
I
an
would
easy
assume
hit, right?
so.
Like, how pathetic is this?
Yeah, that's good. How did she even catch that thing?
I'm sure.
I'm sure someone else shoots. She probably has other people that know what they're doing, and she's just like wandering around. And she really has a license for this.
I don't
I'm
know.
curious too, like how do you get a license?
You
I
just
guess you
apply
can just
for it.
probably just get one, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to prove anything.
You
or
can
do
get
you
a
have to go
gun in
through
like an hour fucking
I
in
know.
America, so I'm sure you can get a light. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Maybe
wonder
not.
if you have to go like through
I think it's online. Just
Josh did when he was younger, he did some type of, I think, hunting course to get a license for it, and he didn't end up doing it because they showed a video there of like how to butcher the animal after
Yeah.
they're already dead, and Josh threw up. Oh, he passed out and decided I cannot hunt and never actually made it hunting himself. But
I think because Jared has his license, but
Oh, does he?
you just have to apply for it, and then I think there's different
fees,
and then if you go to a class, there's like different things that you can do if you like you go to a class, or if you just want to get like a general license on like where you can hunt.
did
too.
he need to go through some type of course or training to get the license though?
I think it's like your entry level like hunter's course. Like it's I think he did.
There's got to be something that you have to prove that you know what you're doing, and you're not just going out to be like sadistic and be able to shoot
No, you
animals and
don't.
torture them.
You don't,
No,
why
you-
would you have
yeah.
to prove that if you don't have to prove that by a gun?
Yeah, you're right. It's just my wishful thinking, I guess.
I'm sure you don't have to do that. They're not gonna be like, how can we prove to be ethical?
Okay,
In America,
I'm
you
gonna
can do
look it
whatever the
up.
fuck you
Okay,
want.
yeah. You know how much
yeah.
it costs too? It costs in successful applicants must purchase a public waters alligator possession permit, which costs $200. A $25 alligator hunting license is required for the permit holder and guest hunters. So yeah, so I mean, you literally just pay, you apply, get a fee or pay the fee, and you are good to hunt gators.
So you don't really have to learn how to do it.
Well, so here in Colorado, it says Colorado law requires that anyone born on or after January 1st, 1949 complete an approved hunter education course.
I wonder what that really entails.
And also
like an hour online.
Before applying, I
and
mean,
that's only Colorado, and this is only for deer.
I don't know, though, because like I said, when Josh did it, it was a full in-person course where they were watching videos, and he wasn't able to get one because he couldn't handle it.
I don't know. And I'm sure it completely differs state to state as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my guess is she doesn't have that. But even if she did, I think she should have gotten kicked off kick.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're
just 72 hours though. 3 days.
Service, yeah.
Big whoop. Well, it's so clear here that it's just a way to piss people off. It's the shock and awe. It's the same recipe. There's no actual real passion or education going on.
Rage bait.
Like, let me use the spear because that's so shocking.
Right. Yeah. Well, then 2 months ago in April, Natalie live streamed this is really upsetting. Catching a shark, pulling it out of the fucking water, and then sitting on it and like pretending to ride it.
What?
And she's like, yeah, we have to watch this video.
Yeah, let's just watch this.
Oh, we're going to watch the video. Okay, yeah, full warning. I haven't seen this yet.
This poor little sharky.
Let's got this. Ready?
Fucking dreads are
How
killing me.
fucking dangerous is this too? What are you doing?
This one's huge.
You got that. You got.
Yo! This is huge! Yeah, you're mine now, boy. Take a picture.
Filming.
Where's this taking place?
Florida, I'm pretty sure.
Florida.
What's the code? That is bleeding. What's the code?
Why are you sitting on a shark, you bitch?
Dude, there's cuts on my asshole.
Deserve
like
it.
right where I was sitting on top of the shark.
Poor fucking shark.
Yeah, no wonder it
Shit
cut
pisses
your
me off.
asshole.
Also, sharks are so endangered. We're about to be screwed. And if they go extinct, we're fucked.
I'm confused too. 'Cause I thought it's illegal.
To what?
To catch sharks.
No, you can. I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure you can't just use like a regular fishing license to catch them. Like you have to catch and release. I know it's illegal to just fish for them for fins.
But like, so what I was trying to find info on is if it was like there was some sort of legal with her pulling it out of the water.
No, I've been on vacations where like last time I was in Florida, this person was like fishing. They were just happened to be fishing.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
And
on the
they
beach.
accidentally caught a shark, and it was a baby shark, and they were like holding it, looking at it, and then they put it back in the water. I'm quite positive it is illegal to keep them.
Yes, it is, because when my dad and Danny went last summer, we were in South Carolina fishing, and they kept catching sharks, and they could like take a picture of it, but then they would send it back in.
Yeah.
And I think there's got to be like weight limits too. I mean, you can catch a shark like this.
I don't think
this has to be illegal.
I don't know. It pisses me off.
It looks like a tiger shark. It's not obviously a great white. Those are fucking huge. I think it's a tiger or
maybe
bull shark.
I think it's a bull shark.
Yeah.
If I were to
Which
guess,
are
but I don't know.
The most, I don't know if it's dangerous, but
bull sharks?
Yeah.
Are they?
And they're in lakes too. Or not, I'm sorry, rivers.
Brackish water. Yeah.
But they do let it go at the end of the video. But
Yeah.
I mean,
so the shark doesn't die, obviously.
No.
As far as we know. It's still like, why are you torturing it?
They don't actually take it out.
No.
Okay.
No, they let it go. But why are you pulling it up on shore essentially and trying to ride it? That's so fucking weird.
Because they're
sad
filming
for the
it.
Shark.
Get your views up. That's
so
all it is.
Annoying. Yeah, that was just 2 months ago.
God, people are so desperate.
I don't know how she hasn't been banned. Yeah, I don't get how she hasn't been banned, because in Kick's thing, it literally says strictly no illegal violence against animals will be tolerated. I don't know if maybe it's technically wasn't illegal what she did to like catch one and then release it.
Well, I think Kick at the end of the day, they're definitely not the most ethical platform. They're not serious. People violate shit on Kick all the time. I mean, they've really advertised themselves as being like, you get kicked off somewhere else, come to Kick.
Yeah.
So
and they pay.
Maybe that's why it's called Kick.
Yeah.
Don't been kicked off, come to Kick.
Kicked off, come to Kick. Don't they
it's like 98.5 or something
offer
like that?
creators like hella bank
Yeah,
become a
they
Kick
pay. I think
streamer?
they've got like I want to say it's like a 90-10 split.
We talked about
Let
it
me
last
look it
time.
up. Yeah.
90-10?
Yeah. Yes, I told you. And last time I told
Yeah.
you this, you were
Okay.
shocked too.
Doesn't surprise me. Oh, yeah, I do remember talking about this. Wow, that's a
95.
Because YouTube is what, 30-70, I think?
30-70.
Something crazy like
TikTok,
that.
I think, is like
I think
80.
it's worse.
YouTube
Oh, is it
used to
worse?
be 55 to YouTube, 45 to creators a long time ago. I think it's
really?
changed. But yeah, I guess it doesn't mean that Kick offers creators the biggest cut of revenue. It also means people are giving more, knowing their money is going to the creator, not the platform. I don't know. Yeah, but you can make a lot of money on Kick. Because that's where a lot of people do gambling streams and all types of, we talked about Aiden Ross, why he's on there.
Nice. That's all we have for her. I hope she gets banned. Oh, by the way, we can, just to wrap things up. So the scavenger hunt ended up ending this past weekend. And Ice posted on, Ice Poseidon posted a video on YouTube on Sunday called Full Ending Sequence for Ice Poseidon Scavenger Hunt, and the winner got the 30,000 and the runner-up actually ended up getting 20,000.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know anything about Ice
I think it's
Poseidon.
created. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, and like especially that it was open to anyone. It's not just streamers. You know, like hopefully an average person won that, and that's like pretty life-changing money.
And it's like they wanted that so it encouraged people to get on Kick because you had to stream it on like your whole thing on Kick.
So I wonder if it was sponsored by Kick in some
It was.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't really give the credit to Ice.
Nah, he was just the face for it.
He did like set it. I think he set the locations, but
I just love a good scavenger hunt. So
me too.
I
think
like
it sounds like fun.
That sounds
really?
fun.
That sounds awful to me.
Let's make our own Mile Higher Media scavenger hunt around Denver.
Oh, I love scavenger
It'd be
hunts.
so fun.
That would be really fun.
I would love to do something like that.
I'll help make it. Well, no, that I can't participate.
I can't wait to set up scavenger hunts for Holly.
Oh,
that was like one of my favorite things. My mom was always setting up scavenger hunts for
I
us.
love
like for
that.
Easter and stuff.
Really?
To find the basket. Oh yeah.
One
So
of my
fun.
friends for like her 12th birthday, it was like a mall scavenger hunt, and her mom literally went
so fun.
all out, went through the stores. Like we had clues, and we were all running through the mall. It was crazy.
Did you ever have in your neighborhood like night games?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You didn't?
No.
Oh my gosh, that was the highlight of my summers.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it was just kind of organized by us kids, and we would do like cops and robbers and like ding dong ditch and like obviously get into stupid trouble as well. But there were some nights where the parents would run it, and there was some woman in our neighborhood that would set up like 6 scavenger hunts through the whole neighborhood.
Oh,
And it
that's
was
so cool.
exciting. Or like giant games of hide and seek.
Yes.
I just love that type of thing.
Me too.
I think it'd be so fun. You know what would be really fun? This is so random. A scavenger hunt in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Through all the hotels
That would
and
be
everything.
so fun.
Wouldn't that, especially if you were drinking?
Yes. Wait, that would be so fun.
We should do it.
Okay, you need to watch if you like scavenger hunts. The Amazing Race is literally it is so entertaining.
Yeah, you always tell me.
Oh, I love it so much. And the couples, like sometimes they're couples or they're sisters or friends, and it's pretty entertaining.
I've watched a few episodes here and there, and I've always enjoyed watching. I don't know why I've never really like completed a season. Wasn't Blair Fowler on that?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was on Amazing Race
with her dad.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. I watched that season.
I was
I've
just
watched all of
DMing
them.
with her last night. She's kind of back on YouTube now.
I know. I've been watching her videos.
I know, me too. Love her. She
By the
designed
way-
our set.
Yeah.
Little shout out to
Shouts
Blair.
out. By the way, though, the person who won the scavenger hunt, Raza North is the username. He only has 868 followers on Kick, so small creator, 10,000 followers on Instagram.
See, that's great. And that's hugely life-changing money.
However, he is close to 1 million on TikTok, but I guess, I don't know.
Well,
Like,
that
it's-
doesn't mean much these days.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok creators do not get paid that much.
Yeah, the TikTok
And it's pretty
creator fund
easy to
sucks.
like gain followers on TikTok. Easier than any other platform.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say much. Not to like diss on them, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like that's still a big deal to get
Sure.
money
30
like that.
grand.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Congrats.
Yeah, but this chick is just wacky.
Yeah,
Pisses me
she
off
is.
really bad.
Yep.
These people will do anything for a view, dude.
Yep. Oh yeah. Of course. That's the age we live in. And it's like you can't even be creative. You have to just do the shock and awe, whatever's going to like piss people off or freak people out or intrigue the real sick fucks out there. Bring those people in There's such a lack of creativity in social media these days. It's really sad. And then I've noticed that people who do like comedy sketches that are really thought out on TikTok, like I follow a few accounts where they're really, really funny. Like it could almost be comedians.
Yeah.
And they barely get the attention. It's always the ones that are doing the most shocking, ridiculous shit that don't really have the talent that get all the views. And then there's so many people that are just slept on because they're not doing anything, you know, outrageous or unethical or fucking abusing animals like this or abusing other people.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they don't get the attention. It's a sad world we live in these days. I'll just say that.
It is. It is.
Imagine your kid, like, I'm sure so many kids are on Kick. Like, and your kids just like watching this person treat animals and humans like crap.
Yeah.
Like,
and how like traumatizing the wild boar thing is really upsetting.
Yeah, that was
terrible. Well, you'll do anything for a click.
Yep.
And just like family vloggers.
Oh, yes. Our next conversation of the day.
This summer, flowers won't be the only thing you're growing. When you use Ibotta, you can watch your cash back grow with every purchase you make. Ibotta is a free app that gives you the most cash back every time you shop on hundreds of items from groceries to beauty supplies to toys, so you can make sure you're beating inflation no matter what you're purchasing. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year that could cover the cost of an entire shopping trip, that flight you've been eyeing, or the fancy dinner you've been craving. And other apps just give you points that don't really amount to much, but what's really cool with Ibotta is that you just add your offers in the app, upload your receipt, and you get real cash so you can cash out to your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. Join the over 50 million users and earn cash back every time you shop from over 2,700 brands and retailers, including all of your favorite grocery stores, Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. If you haven't tried Ibotta, you were legit missing out. It's so easy to use, and right now Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta by using the code SESH when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app to start earning cash back and use code SESH. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use code SESH.
Actually, before we jump into our family vlogger story here, which lots to say on that, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
When it comes to laundry, do you guys do multiple loads for different things? Do you separate whites and colors?
No.
What about you guys?
If I have time, yes. And I do usually do like my underwear and like my undergarments separate than like my other clothes.
Interesting. Okay.
Unless it's like a really bright colored item, I like wouldn't put it with like something that's white, but for the most part, no. I just throw it all in.
Unless I have like a brand new piece of like a tie-dye shirt or something. I maybe wash it alone at first, but everything goes in.
Everything comes out.
The least amount of loads possible.
That's me. I am like a 1 load a week girl. Everything goes in.
Everything goes in.
So Josh like ripped me last night. He was actually like really upset. Not like angry, but he like confronted me.
About that?
Yes. So we had like a bunch of extra laundry.
Wait.
I just like put it off.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Do you and Josh mix your guys' laundry or do you
no,
do your
I
own
would
and he
love
does
to.
his?
And I would love to do the laundry for him because that's kind of I like doing laundry. It's the one thing
I
don't
like doing
really
laundry
mind,
too. It doesn't bother me.
even though I'm lazy about my whole process. But like, yeah, I kind of find it kind of cathartic to put clothes away and like because I listen to podcasts and it's kind of like my time.
It doesn't bother me.
No.
John would never let me touch his clothes though. He's so particular.
Josh won't let me either. And I've offered so many times because he does Josh is such a Virgo. He is like so acts of service. He does most of the cooking in our house. He does a lot of the cleaning. So I'm like, please just let me do your laundry. Like take that off your plate. And he's like, hell no, you're not touching my laundry. And sometimes I'll try to just do it for him. And he's like, why'd you do my laundry?
There was one time I was like, I'm going to be nice and do John's laundry. I did it. And he was like, what did you do? What were the settings? He's like, there's fuzzies all over my shirt. He's like, all right, next time I'm just don't do that again. I was like,
settings.
I mean, he was like joking about it. He was like, thanks for trying. But like,
I got it.
There's fuzzies on my shirt. I'm like, okay, sorry.
He's so particular about it. I was pretty dumb. I was like, how much can I jam into the laundry machine? Like I filled it to the brim with like 2 weeks worth of laundry because I skipped it last week. And I put everything in there. I put my whites, I put my jeans, my underwear, everything in. And then my dumbass put it all into the dryer. And he's like, are you going to put your clothes away? And I was like, well, I have to run the dryer again because they're still not dry. And he's like, that's because you have too much in there, babe. And then so he goes over and I was like, don't worry about it. I'll deal with it in the morning. I'm too tired. I'll just like keep, run another cycle. If they're still damp, we can do 3. And he comes into the room and he's like, babe, I just I cannot stand this. I can't sit by and watch you do this any longer. Like, he was actually upset. I almost started filming him for you guys because I was laughing so hard. He's like, no one else in the world puts everything in one load. No one does their jeans, their whites, their colors. You don't even know what setting to put on, because I always just do the same setting. I just go heavy duty every time.
Spin cycle fast.
Exactly. Like as much as you can.
Oh my God.
And he's like, you have got to, this is how you keep getting stains on stuff. Because like our Sesh merch, I'm all bummed out because my sweatshirt, I got some type of weird like oil stain on it. And he's like, that's because it's like body juices from your underwear.
No.
That's what he told me.
That is
today.
such not true.
I figured it out. And
how much body, what is your
I
undies
know, I'm
soaked
like,
in discharge?
listen, I don't.
And is it clear
produce
and white?
that
Then it's
much.
nice. As we all learned.
That's exactly.
It's nice.
Exactly. He's like, you've got to start separating your stuff. And I was like, dude, I don't have the time or the patience.
No.
I will
you
maybe
must-
consider doing a separate underwear load if you think that's going to make such a difference.
I think having an underwear load makes the difference. I'm not going to lie. Because that way, okay, if you think about it, it's so much easier when you're putting the clothes away. It all goes in the same space. Like otherwise, it's like if I do,
That's true.
like I don't know. It also, I feel like your underwear and stuff. I kind of see where Josh is coming from because I kind of have like I don't think my juices are getting on my
It's my
fucking
own
clothes
juices, though.
but
It's getting washed.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm not washing the dishes with it.
that's true.
Not putting my silverware in there.
But I feel like it washes the it better. Like it's a smaller load. I mean, obviously it's a smaller load. I feel like it washes your underwear better. Like you want the cleanest coochie possible. Like
okay,
my undies come out clean, very, very clean.
I don't ever have issues.
Never
I mean, I
have an issue.
occasionally will have like a weird laundry stain that like won't come out, and I have to get another
No,
one
but
of our
this is like a different kind of material. Let me tell you, I've experienced this, and it's because you're putting, and I do this because it's happened to me all the time. You're putting too much laundry detergent. Like, so when you wash these, you have to put them back in and do like a rinse cycle. And because I have, like,
There's
literally
certain
had
fabrics
that.
in general,
So
where
you
the
just put it
soap-
back in and like just do a rinse and spin.
But I don't have time for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't
give a
have
damn.
time for
Although,
this.
do you put all of your clothes in the dryer?
Yeah.
You don't hang
They
your
don't.
stuff?
They don't shrink.
No.
What?
I agree with you,
I hang
Kendall.
up delicate things. Like I have a few like crochet
Like-
items
like,
that I'll
if you were
let
to-
air dry.
If you were to wash that dress that you're wearing, you would put it in the dryer.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The
Oh, so-
only thing that goes into the dryer is socks, underwear, and like oversized t-shirts that I sleep in. Otherwise, everything is hung dry.
Really?
Yeah, because
I
it'll
don't do
shrink
that.
Oh, I
and then
do
everything
jeans
doesn't
in
fit.
the-
No, I'll like ruin a pair of pants. They're like they become floods all of a sudden if I go in the dryer.
Really?
I don't put
Or
anything
shirts
in the dryer.
especially.
like it oversizes it.
No, it makes it they shrink, and then it's
Oh.
too
For
small, like
jeans?
too short.
Okay, maybe because you have long legs. I don't have that issue because I need to dry my pants because a lot of the time, if you like wear pants twice or whatever,
They get
Yeah.
stretched
they
out.
get stretched
Yeah,
out.
I
So
get
like
that.
so they don't you don't shrink your pants back down.
No, they shrink. They dry back to normal. Like sometimes I'll throw them in the dryer for like 3 minutes just to fluff them up because they're kind of stiff. But
Uh-huh.
like if I were to wash this shirt right now, I would hang dry it. because-
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
otherwise,
I
it would
would.
shrink, and then it would be like too.
Interesting.
Where do you hang? You got like a clothesline in the
Yeah,
backyard?
like a clothes rack. I put it in one of my extra bed.
Or on the
one of my guest
shower.
bedrooms.
Like
Oh, I
Jared
never
hangs
do that.
all
Or
of his
I'll do-
clothes.
Yeah,
Pretty
same
much.
with John and I.
Well,
When it's
I
laundry
don't.
day, there's shit like all over we have this giant dog cage for our 3 little pipsqueaks. We like drape it on there, drape it on one of
in
the
the
guest
bathroom,
bathrooms.
doesn't it get kind of mildewy if it doesn't have enough airflow to dry?
Well, you don't. As long as you like drape it over something in Colorado, it dries in like
Or just hang it.
5 hours.
That's true.
Like if you hang it on the shower, like I have them
Oh,
like all
that's
these
work.
shirts hanging.
No,
It's-
mine goes, everything goes in the dryer. And if I have to run multiple cycles on it,
Okay.
I'll just keep doing it. I'll do like 3 dryer cycles.
Okay.
Oh, I do that. If I'm like, oh, it's not dry,
Yeah.
turn it
Run
on.
it again.
Yeah,
So-
why would-
But
what
Josh
would you
was
not?
like, he was actually annoyed with me last night. And he's nice about it, but he was just like, I just can't believe no one in the world does this, babe. And like, it drives me nuts. And I was like, you've been living with me for, well, like 12 years. And it's just now tonight is like sending you over the
He's
edge.
like, that was the fucking.
He was
that
just
was
like,
it.
I
Last
just can't
straw.
believe you do this. And he tries to be patient with me. And this is honestly kind of embarrassing to admit, but I grew up in a house where my parents never asked us to do chores.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, I hate saying this.
Well, it's not your fault.
'Cause
It's
when
not
I
like you're
moved-
gonna get up and be like, I would like to do chores.
No,
Yeah.
like I never learned
that's
how to do a
lucky.
load of laundry. I told
Well,
him
it's
last
not
night.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
It was felt lucky back then, but like it set me up for failure because when I went to college, and me and Josh moved in together very young, I had no idea how to run laundry. It's so embarrassing to admit that. And obviously I've had to learn all now living
Yeah.
in my own home, and like now I know when it comes to my own kids, I'm going to teach them these life skills. It's not just like to punish your kid to make them do it. It's like very vital to teach your kid this, you know.
Jared was kind of like that. He didn't really like know how to run the dishwasher. He like thought you could not open it if it was running.
Me too. Okay.
Probably till this year, honestly.
I literally learned how to do dishes in the dishwasher for the first time like 3 years ago.
Really?
Like, yeah, because I mean, we had a dishwasher. We just never used it either. Like the dishwasher for us is like extra storage. You know what I mean? Like
extra storage.
No, literally, like
that's very common. I've heard a lot of families doing that.
Yeah, and like a lot of the time, like my grandma doesn't believe in dishwashers because she doesn't think they actually clean the dishes. So it was always everything was always hand washed.
That's crazy, man. I was doing my own laundry since I was like 10.
And so was Josh, and he's like such a good homemaker. Like he knows how. He is just so much better at any type of service in our house, and I've like always kind of struggled. Like even cleaning things, I like don't do as thorough of a job, and I don't know which things to use. Like I used Clorox on the granite this weekend. Oh, big mistake! I got in trouble for that.
Watching you wipe down a counter makes me like violent because
really
the way that I do it is you clear all the shit off of it, and then you spray the whole thing, and you wipe down in one. You go like this.
You like spot it,
yeah. And or you'll like just be like, "This is the rag." She goes like. I'm like, pick it up and move it.
Oh, it's so humiliating.
No, sorry, I'm not trying to embarrass you.
No, it's okay.
I just sit there like.
I told him not to keep. I was like, you don't need to do anything with it. We were like watching TV. He disappears for a few minutes, and I'm like, he's in there like folding my laundry, and he took half the load out. He's like, I removed half. We're gonna do half. We have to like separate this out. And I was like, please, like, I'll do it in the morning. You're making me feel so bad. I'm just tired right now. And then he's like, yeah. And pro tip, babe, you've got to use the dryer sheets. I can't believe I never use dryer sheets.
I don't even own a dryer sheet. I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit.
He is like so into all the cleaning products.
No,
he's
dryer
like cleaning
sheet?
product expert.
They make a difference.
Dryer balls, like
Josh, we use
like
the ball too.
The wool balls, the wool balls. Those are amazing. Those are incredible.
I used to use those. Yeah,
they really help.
I like scent beads.
I'm
into scent beads because I like the smell of it.
Yeah, we have some too. I'm just always too lazy to think about putting them in.
Be careful with the scent beads with like
those things.
Yeah, because
certain fabrics.
Yeah.
Well, it's all got PFAS, right?
How often do you guys? Because you said you do your laundry once a week. How often do you guys do your laundry?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I will do 2 loads in a week for myself, and then Holly's like we all have a different laundry day. But that's the thing that kind of annoys me about Josh is he does so many different loads. He separates everything out and does this whole process.
So he's like,
but then he doesn't get it done, and so it builds up. And he has. I have 1 laundry basket. He has 2, and then he'll start overflowing it, putting on the floor. Sometimes even adds his shit into mine.
Oh hell no!
But then expects me to take it out and not wash it with mine. I'm like, you're just as bad in your own way.
John's way of doing laundry bothers me because he'll like fill up his basket and then instead of just throwing it all in, he like picks out random things to clean and then cleans it, but half his basket's still full and then like half of it just doesn't get cleaned. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, well, I don't need it yet. I'm like, well, clean it and then put it away.
That's what
if you don't need it.
And I'm like, we all have our own strengths here because like Josh may do his laundry in a certain way and his clothes probably come out better, but the dude can't put it away for shit. It sits in piles. I am like, as soon as it's out of the dryer, I am hanging it up. Everything has a space.
That's great.
I'm very organized when it comes to our pantry. Josh puts shit wherever the fuck, even though I've labeled everything. So, that's just marriage for you.
I feel that on Josh. I feel like I'm a little Josh sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, aren't we all?
We wash our clothes together, Jared and I usually.
do?
But I think he gets annoyed sometimes.
Do you do his laundry?
I'm like, if I'm going to throw in a load, I'll like grab some of his stuff.
Yeah.
But like, usually he'll be like, can I throw some stuff in? But the drying is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
He is like, not cool. Like his shirts actually do shrink.
That's what I'm saying.
He like hangs them all.
Yes.
So I'm like, if you're gonna be like particular about that, you can go deal with the dryer. I'll throw it in the washer, and then you can move it and do that.
And I told him too, I'd be willing to separate everything if we do them together. What if we combine our laundry and we do all the whites and all the colors? Then it would be less loads, but like it's whatever. But I don't know. Okay, another random question since we're on the topic of cleaning.
I really hope it's what
just one more. Just one more. Do you rinse the dishes before you put them in the dish?
Yes, absolutely. You guys don't do that, and it drives me insane.
It's because I learned a long time ago. We had some like dishwasher specialists at my house when we were a kid. We got a new dishwasher, and it was a big deal. And they were like, "Do not. It's bad for your dishwasher to have everything clean. That there's sensors." Look it up. It's a whole
No,
thing.
That is
I
bullshit.
don't feel like
you
my
cannot
shit doesn't get
have
clean.
food chunks go in the dishwasher.
There is. There's a disposal in there.
No.
Yes, there is.
There are certain dishwashers that have disposals. Most do not.
But it's conserving a lot of water by not rinsing everything off.
I will.
You can do
die
like a
on that
light
hill.
rinse, but you don't need to like scrub
Dude,
them and make them. That's just
You
creating
guys-
extra time.
You will eat something and literally just throw it in the dish with like chunks. It happens at the office. And then it doesn't get clean. I go and put it away and I'm like, oh, this is probably Kendall's dish. So I rewash it.
I mean, I rinse some of it down, but we learned this as kids in our house that you have to.
Kendall,
you're not supposed to do that.
Okay, you were a kid like 25 years ago.
No, look it up. It's actually a thing. Someone look this up. Y'all wasting water. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't need to do that. There's food sensors in there.
You're right. You're doing yourself a disservice when you pre-rinse. And you
Yes.
can actually inhibit the detergent and dishwasher from working effectively.
Yeah, look up. There's a statistic somewhere that like a certain percentage of dishwashing experts say not to wash the experts. I'm not to wash the dishes.
I so disagree with that.
I do too. I'm
It's a
so
very
sorry.
polarizing topic.
Here's another polarizing topic.
Okay, all right, let's just go on.
Because this is something that I will fight these hoes for, and we have.
Oh, are we going to talk about
We're
this?
talking about
This
it.
was
And
the
I
next
don't
thing I was
care
going to
if
bring up.
if you people out there call us gross. I don't care. I
No.
have to know the answer to this.
Yes,
And
me
I
too.
have to win this fight. And if I lose this fight, I'm going to be so pissed. Okay. Women or people that sit on the potty. Okay.
That's everybody.
Yeah, but like people with a vagina. Okay. Listen here. When you go to wipe,
Oh my.
Oh my God.
do you wipe through? Okay. Do you wipe through your legs or do you weirdly turn around and twist your body 90 degrees and like lift your ass like this?
No, you don't lift your ass. You don't need
Like,
to lift your ass.
Do you simply just?
It's the reach around. Okay, Janelle, I think you are going to be really surprised because all three of us are reach around wipers.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Karelly's not?
No. My girl over here.
It's like younger people are freaking wiping.
Oh, literally, you're younger than you.
No, like, literally, like, how do you wipe?
Me and Cindy are reach around,
Bunch
and
of
here's
that.
my
How do you reach
argument for it.
around?
Okay, so let me
Like
explain
this.
this. Let me explain this. What Janelle's trying to say is either you go forward through the legs and you pull back up without obviously going to the bum and spreading that. That's not what
I have an entire explanation.
Me
because I know
too.
people are like, you're gonna get poop in your vagina. That's not what I'm
No.
saying. You're just going pee. You just wipe the cooch and then you drop.
Mhm.
If you're going,
But you wipe
poopy.
the cooch from the front through the legs and go like that.
yeah, and
then,
just like dabble it and then just drop.
okay, but if
If you're going poopy though, you pass through the legs. You
Go past the vagina.
you go or you do the vagina.
How did your arm go that far up?
What do you mean?
It's literally right here.
but why do that?
You get your booty hole clean, and then you don't bring it back forward to the cooch. You immediately just drop.
But it's still getting it closer to the cooch.
How?
Because
You're-
it's
the
because
holes are in the
the-
same distance whether you turn
the
90
ass
degrees or not.
particles could potentially
Do you ever have,
when
like-
you're going like this because you're not going like that. You're going like this.
No, so you just keep pushing further.
Are you pushing backward? Or are you like kind of
No,
going
you kinda-
forward?
I mean,
That
you
to
do
me
like a
seems
little
like-
wipe. You don't bring it
I don't
forward.
know why you think it's so absurd to reach around. It's not like a
Because
crazy motion.
Sydney
You
full on
just
stands.
I think my mic just went out for a second, but you just reach around. No, I don't stand. I
stand,
sit
like,
down.
Sydney
I'm
says
not
she's
like standing up, but like whatever. Like you just.
I don't have to do any crazy movements. I just
I don't want my
go
hand
around,
in the toilet.
wipe, and drop. But I would not go through the legs. That seems like too much of a risk of contamination to the
Also,
cooch.
okay.
How do you get your full ass clean? Like you like. Then
Well, you can.
How many
you
times
can
do you
peek
have
if you need to, like anyone does, to
You
see.
peek?
You peek at the toilet paper, don't you? To see, like, oh, if I need to do another round or not.
Yeah. Oh, I always peek.
Yeah, always.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand, like, how do you, like, know it's all clean up in there?
How do you know it's all clean up when you're
Yeah,
wrapping
there's
around?
no
Because
difference.
I'm like I'm getting a full wipe.
I am too. I don't know.
I always do one wipe and then I do one more to make sure there's nothing.
Right. Of course, you always finish with
Right?
a fully clean wipe.
Yes.
And then you know, like, okay, you're good to go.
I cannot imagine doing it through the legs.
I feel
I'm a reacher. We are the reach arounders.
Yep.
It feels so unnatural having to like go
Yes.
back. Oh, having to like go back and like stick your
And you
hand
have to,
behind
like-
your ass.
Like, balance like this essentially, and then like
yeah. I don't know.
like
Just
it feels
looking, how should women wipe? Is there one method? We've got to hear from you guys on this. Are we able to create a poll on the YouTube video?
No.
I think we
no, they're assholes only on live stream.
You would think that feature would exist by now.
I know, it's so annoying.
Well, I guess let us know in the comments and then maybe like someone else's.
Yes.
Or maybe we can leave 2 comments.
You can't pin 2 comments. Only pin 1 comment. I know.
Okay.
So it's, I know.
Here we go.
All right, Sydney.
If you don't have any physical limitations preventing you from reaching around your body to wipe from front to back, it's generally considered the safer route to go.
Bullshit.
Boom.
Oh,
That's
what?
fucking right.
Because Cottonelle.com said so. Fuck off with that.
Literally. Hey, like it's going to help their business at all. They're just trying to provide education.
Okay, well, I'll have you know I've never had a UTI in my life.
You'll be moving feces away from your more delicate parts, lowering the risk of infection.
Yes,
I don't
exactly.
bring it
You're
closer.
lowering the but you're still closer. You're still closer. If you're going around, you're not even coming in contact. Versus you have to drop it and ask
I just have more.
float.
I just have
Haven't
more
you
precision.
Heard that? It can
Karelly
get on
and I
your
have more
toothbrush.
precision.
Do you know about that?
Yes, I know about that.
What about my
which
toothbrush?
is sick. If you flush your toilet, the particles float so far, go in your toothbrush.
That's why you should have a cover in your
That's why you should always. That's why you should always.
There are ass particles all around your bathroom.
I bet there is
everywhere. Oh, do you think dude? Imagine the bathrooms here. Public bathrooms
everywhere.
That's why I'm like, what the hell? You can't avoid it, but
especially in this office, we got
some poopers in here.
We got guys leaving fucking skid marks, not owning up to it, not filling the toilet paper. We live a bunch of animals.
It's like a frat house sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know though, because I am so passionate about this topic.
Okay, so
I want to know
3 questions for today, you guys. I need to know how you do your laundry. Do you separate things? Do you just go fucking full force? Second question: do you rinse your dishes? Do you do a slight rinse and then put them in, or do you just like go straight to the dishwasher? Third question: do you reach around or do you go through the legs
when wiping?
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Very curious.
I just needed a little bit of joy before we get into this very depressing topic.
I appreciate
once again,
that
about family vloggers.
This topic is so frustrating, but actually it has some silver linings. Things are starting to be done.
Definitely,
so,
definitely. It's
things
good
are
to
heading
see.
in the right direction.
Good to see.
Side note: my legs are like really sore, and they need to go up, like how Josh
Why?
had his up. I don't know.
Why are they sore?
I don't know.
What'd you do this weekend?
Nothing. I think they're just like they've been bent for a good like 2 hours now. I'm sick of it.
All right, so we all know that family vlogging. I mean, when did that really get started? Probably like 2010, I want to say.
Yeah, like 2009, 2010,
something like that.
Yeah.
And we were like both really into watching family vloggers before we like really understood how problematic, especially when we were young, like in early college, like right out of high school. You were still in high school when you were watching
It's Judy's Life.
Yeah, we were super into It's Judy's Life, which now I just see it with whole new eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, and it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Shay Carl?
Yeah,
he was
remember
like
that
he was the
whole
first.
scandal
thing?
Yep.
That was wild. I never really watched that one, but I remember watching that all fall apart.
Yeah, same.
Shay Carl. Yeah, that was interesting.
The Shaytard family or whatever.
Yeah, Shaytards.
Oh, my sister loved them.
And why were they calling themselves the Shaytards?
Oh,
That's fucked up on its own.
Oh, like like the R word.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant by
Really?
that.
I have no idea. I never watched
because he's Shay Carl, and they were the Shaytards.
I thought that was her last name.
Their last name is Tard,
like Shaytards.
Carl.
I thought it that because my sister always was watch the Shaytards, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, people were into it.
Did he do something bad?
Yeah, there was a lot.
All this,
shit
happened.
Not even worth talking about him. But
yeah, that's what it references is the R word.
What the fuck?
Is that's what it's referencing?
Yeah, I guess it's
Of
like.
course it
I guess
is.
I read it, and this is just a very quick little search. Says that I guess he was singing that Black Eyed Peas song, and he would say, "Let's get Shay."
Let's get it started.
But he would say, "Let's get Shay."
That is so cringe. Okay,
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, a lot has changed in the last 15 or so years. And there's been so many families that we've talked about. Obviously, the Ace family quite a bit. We talked about Jordan Cheyenne, that whole fucking mess, filming her kid, making him cry for the thumbnail after their dog died and then not editing it out.
We've talked about Ruby Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
That whole fucking thing, 8 passengers.
Unreal. And that whole thing ended up being so... We didn't even cover like the latest on it because it was just too upsetting. I'm not gonna...
It was disgusting.
I couldn't even watch it. It was horrific.
It's evil people.
There are so many people. Oh, the LeBrant family. They're one of the worst.
I don't really know anything about them, but I see them like constantly in the media or whatever.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to see that there are certain people that have like learned that this is wrong, because I think there was a time where people didn't see it as a problem because reality TV and like they didn't really understand the effects that they were having. Not that it makes it any better, but there have been, I think, some vloggers now who have transitioned to still like doing parenting content to some degree, but not having their kids involved in it or in anything that's monetized. And there's a whole conversation around oversharing and like, what can you share? Personally, I don't think that your child should be in anything that is monetized or anything that is private about them to where people are learning about their personalities overly.
My argument is it shouldn't be necessary in order to make money. It shouldn't be necessary to have your kids in the content.
Right.
Because then it's not really you doing the work. It's your kids that are doing the work. Like if your kid wasn't in the vlog that day or decided randomly they're done and they don't want to be in there, like, would you still be able to make content?
Right.
I don't know.
Are there still shows that are like John and Kate? I know we talked a lot about that and how exploitive that ended up being. I don't see that as often. I'm sure there is.
There's like, I mean, I don't know how exploitive they are because I don't watch them, but there's like Seven Little Johnsons. It's following the family.
Yeah, like really intimate moments. Oh, Sister Wives, that's still on.
The Kardashians have their kids on.
Yeah,
but the thing is like this, there are laws around like child entertainers in traditional media and like in Hollywood. There are very few. They're starting to become more, but there's very few in this whole like influencer world. And that's what really is.
And even on TV,
tricky.
The laws are still trash. I mean, we just saw that with Honey Boo Boo. You know, it's only in certain states that there's actual somewhat protection when it comes to them financially. But there's really no regulation with your parents just whipping out a camera at any time and putting your whole life on the internet, especially as you get older. I mean, any age is fucked up. But so a lot of the kids of family vloggers are now starting to grow up, become adults, and they're speaking out about their experiences. There's this kind of growing movement of young adults who are part of, you know, these family vloggers, bloggers as well, influencers. And now it's TikTok, which God, I see some things on there. Oh, there was one the other day that I don't even remember what it was, but sometimes I see things on there and I'm like, wow.
There are certain influencers that pop up on my page that exploit the fuck. I'm not going to name names.
No.
But I'm like,
there was one just recently. I've been trying to learn more about potty training as we're like headed in that direction with Holly. And I just looked up like potty training tutorial because there's all these different methods that people have. Like there's like the 3-day extreme approach. And then there's whether or not to use the little potty or go right to the big potty and whatever. So I just wanted to look up what other people are doing, kind of get some tips. And I started watching this one woman's and it started off very educational. And it was like kind of helpful to me. But then she started filming the kid on the toilet.
What the fuck?
And like, I think she was like kind of hiding his private parts, but you could see like the side of his leg. And she's like, "Did you go poopy?" And I was just like, why? You could have used a baby doll for this and given the same effect. There's no reason to film your child potty trained.
That is so gross.
Isn't that sick?
That's such a vulnerable thing. Any human being filmed shitting on the toilet, especially a kid.
Yep.
You weirdo.
Yeah.
I noticed like this is like more people that I know in my personal life, like on like close friends and like Snapchat and stuff. I've had people that I follow or not close friends but acquaintances and stuff who will like record their baby in the shower, like in the bath. And I'm like, bro, like you're posting this to your public story. Like, sure, you probably have like selected friends on here, but you're still posting a video of like your child isn't wearing clothes and they're in the bathtub. Like, there's nothing hiding anything. Like, this is so bizarre. And like, I don't know how people like can actually post that stuff and like exploit their children like that.
Seriously, it's I mean, there's so many things wrong with it. And then, remember how I was telling you guys when I started watching that John and Kate +8 show recently, and I had to bail because they were literally filming the kid like walking around the store and being like, "Oh yeah, he pooped," and they were filming his butt, the camera crew, for like a couple minutes with this huge turd in his pants. And then there was another clip where the kid was completely naked on the changing table and you didn't see private parts, but you could see the whole silhouette of their side.
That's just so fucking weird. Why do you need to have that on the TV?
Well, it's like, I'd hope that that's not happening today, but I think people are becoming more and more aware, which is good. But yeah, there's a lot of people now that are speaking out and actually have lived through this. And they're urging lawmakers to protect children whose parents use their private lives and put them on social media to make money and monetize it. So last week on May 29th, CNN posted an article titled, "The First Social Media Babies Are Adults Now. Some are pushing for laws to protect kids from their parents oversharing." And the article highlights specific people who are advocating for financial compensation for children who have been exploited, as well as asking for the right to delete unwanted content once they become adults, which is like that content should never have been there in the first place. And that's really like the big problem that we need to figure out too, is if you're, I mean, a lot of these kids, it's every day and they're essentially working to be part of it, or
they're
like
working.
You know, the Ryan's Toy.
Yeah.
It's like one of the biggest channels in the world.
I am so curious about how that's going to go down when he...
I know. Because there's no law about them having to put a certain amount in a bank account for him or this and that, like any of these vlogging families.
Yeah. He's only 12 years old right now, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but that is old enough to be like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that he is. I have no idea what his opinion is, but...
especially nowadays with these kids understanding social media from a young age and understanding how many people it's going to.
Totally.
But anyway, there's a couple of instances of people specifically that we wanted to bring up. And this is a large and developing story. So there's other people's stories out there as well. But we wanted to focus on a few, starting with Cam Barrett. Or Barrett? Okay. Cam Barrett. Her mom was an avid user of Facebook and MySpace and posted a lot about her daughter's personal life back in the 2000s.
So I don't think she was even on YouTube.
So she wasn't monetizing it?
No, she was. But like, I think it was like uploading videos and stuff on like Facebook and stuff. From what I could gather, it wasn't like a YouTube channel.
But was there monetization back then for Facebook and MySpace?
Well, there was sponsorships.
Oh, even back on MySpace days?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. But definitely on Facebook and social media platforms.
Well, this is absolutely whack. She said that her mom would make posts about really intimate parts of her life and that nothing was off limits. She said, "I was in 4th grade. I was 9 years old. The date was September 9th, 2009. And my mom posted something like, 'Oh my God, my baby girl's a woman today. She got her first period.' And a lot of her friends and their parents had social media, so it was super embarrassing. Why would you ever? What a weird thing in general. I mean, not only just exploitive and disgusting, but like it's so bizarre to share something like that, even if it's just to like your personal friends. Like if you're not like making money off of it, no matter who you are. My kid got their period. Like, ew, what is wrong with you?
No, I agree. It's so bizarre.
So she talks about how because of her mom's posts gaining lots of followers, that they gain the attention from celebrities, including Demi Lovato, and she got free front row tickets. However, because there were so many personal details about her life made public, she got bullied in middle school, which I don't doubt. There were times where she would hide in her room to avoid being on camera. Imagine that, dude, at that age, when you're so like... so self-aware, so self-conscious, like really developing, figuring out who you are, and you're like hiding in your own home because your parent might whip out a camera and film you at any moment.
Middle school is hard enough.
Yeah.
And then to be picked on because your mom is like, LOL, my kid got her period today.
Yeah.
Like,
do you ever remember like as a child, your parents like whipping out the camera just for home videos and you'd be like, stop, don't record me. Like,
no, I was always like, I thought it was cute.
I would get annoyed with my mom.
Really?
But it's like, I don't hold anything against her because it was just for her.
Yeah,
she just wanted to, but I'd be like, no, mom, I look bad, you know. But yeah, I just can't imagine that, like the fear of being filmed because then it's going to go out to all these strangers.
Yeah, well, she would also purposely not confide in adults like her mom and stuff when she was having issues because she was worried that it'd be used for content, which is so scary to think about. Of like, you know, and obviously this doesn't happen for a lot of people, sadly, but in a perfect world, you're supposed to be able to go to adults and your family when you're having an issue as a teenager.
Right.
And she feels like she can't do that because she's worried her mom will be like, oh, really? Let me go make a Facebook status about this.
Yeah. And even if you were to ask her not to, she probably would anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, just no boundaries. She said that one time she was contacted by a random man on Facebook DMs when she was only 12 years old.
Oh my God.
And she said that the man said he followed her home on her bike and knew where she lived. And then in February of 2023, she attended a hearing in Washington talking about her experience and asking lawmakers to pass laws that protect kids, which we talked about that at the time. Not her specific story, but just that the hearings were happening in Washington, which is where they have like kind of kicked it off, trying to set up these laws. But she talked about how when she was 15, she was in a car accident. And instead of her mom trying to comfort her, make sure your kid's okay, her mom immediately shoved a camera in her face and began filming it. Because that's great content. Car accident. That's what these fucking families do too. Like anytime any type of health issue pops off. Remember the Ace family? Their kid got got a ball kicked into their lip or something, or the dog. Yeah. I don't remember, but they were like, "Oh, going to the hospital, blood."
Yes,
that's what they do.
Yeah.
She also testified that in her first year of high school, she got a staph infection, had to go to the hospital, and said, "Quote: When I returned to school, my math teacher, who had seen my mom's posts, would taunt me and tell kids to stay away from the infected girl."
What the fuck?
Which also, fuck this teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, how horrible is that?
But because of your mom, like you said, the teacher, that's terrible too. But
I mean, it's essentially your parent bullying
how
you.
Mortifying, dude.
No, it's so traumatic.
Everything is so embarrassing when you're that age.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. I remember even in high school when like I got my period, I was like terrified of people like seeing me carry a tampon to the bathroom.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Back then, for sure.
She was bullied so badly, she eventually had to drop out of school.
And you think your parents would stop after that or learn something, but
that's terrible.
No. Then in February of this year, she testified before Maryland lawmakers in support of a bill that would require people who use minors in monetized social media content to put a percentage of their income aside in a trust for when kids turn 18, which that has got to happen at some point nationwide.
Yeah.
We cannot go on like this forever. But the bill would also allow adults whose content was posted on social media when they were minors to be able to delete unwanted posts when they come of age. I mean, it's really just shouldn't be allowed to go up at all from the beginning. But let's watch a clip of her testifying.
First, I just want to thank you, Mr. Chairman and ranking members of the committee, for your time. My name is Cam Barrett, and I'm an international advocate who fights to end the exploitation of children on social media. As a former content kid myself, I know what it's like to grow up with a digital footprint I never asked for. As my mom posted to the world my first ever menstrual cycle, as she posted to the world the intimate details about me being adopted, her platform grew, and I had no say in what was posted. When I was younger, there wasn't necessarily a source to monetize each post. However, there have always been brand deals. In exchange for content, my mom received free concert tickets from Live Nation resellers who viewed her posts. After I was hit by a drunk driver, her connections said they would pay for me to go to see artists like Demi Lovato or Taylor Swift in exchange for promotional posts. At that age, I became vigilantly hyper-aware of my surroundings, developed an anxiety disorder I have to this day, and dropped out of high school. That's when posing became a full-time job for me. As we know, social media has drastically changed over the past several years in a way where it's much more accessible for parents to turn their children into a quick source of income. In these situations, most blogger parents will pull their children out of school so they have more opportunities. And I'll be the first to admit that it leads to a very quick burnout. As an adult, I'm still learning how to navigate this life with a digital footprint I can't remove. I've been diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder and an anxiety disorder that is so debilitating I'm unable to hold a job. Members of the committee, I plead with you to think about this generation of children who give their parents free labor to maintain a social media presence. Maryland has the opportunity to protect the child influencers who reside in this state from facing a monetized childhood only to be met with nothing in return at 18, along with having no say in a digital footprint they never asked for. Thank you for your time, and I'm open to any questions.
So, yeah.
A very good job, ma'am. Thank you very much. I do not...
God. Yeah, and this won't surprise you at all, but this obviously caused a lot of tension between her and her mom, and they hardly never, ever speak now.
Yeah. Now, I guess... And one thing she kind of mentioned was like, this was happening a long time ago when social media influencers were very rare and new. So, you know, her mom was not familiar with the new technology and like how this really worked and didn't understand the harm that these posts ultimately caused her. So, I mean, that's something to note. But nowadays, like it is well known.
You absolutely.
Family vloggers and influencers are very common and they know exactly the impact that this can have. And there's really like no excuse anymore.
No. And yeah, I think even back then, as much as there was a lack of understanding, I think you would know better than to post things like periods.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just horrible parenting. And did I hear her say she was adopted as well?
Yeah, that's what she said. I don't know any of the details about that, but
oh my God, that's so sad to have ended up with someone like that and to have been exploited in that way. It's super fucked up. Then that CNN article also talks about an individual named Chris McCarty. Chris is a 19-year-old sophomore at the University of Washington, and they started the organization Quit Clicking Kids to combat the monetization of kids on social media. They said, I have spoken with some child actors, and one of the things that really stood out to me is when they were filming as child actors, there was a very clear distinction between when they were on and when they were off camera. But when they were home at the end of the day, they knew that they didn't have to perform anymore. But this new generation of children, there's no go home at the end of the day where they can be disconnected because the camera is inside their house. You never know if you're going to wake up to it some mornings. I mean, there's some parents that it's like, before they're even up, the camera's out. Fucking nuts. And it's like living in a movie set all day, every day.
It's like the Truman Show.
It is like the Truman Show.
It's like
especially from
it's like Big Brother.
I know.
It's like Big Brother live streaming, but you don't consent to it.
Yeah. And like, I mean, with a lot of those families, the LeBrants, the Shade Tards or whatever, like they were filming births. So like literally from the moment you're born, like your entire life. I mean, some of these families, it's Judy's life, you know, their daughter, can't remember her name. I haven't watched them in so long, but I remember we stayed up late one night to watch Juliana.
Yes.
Her birth. I mean, we were like so young.
I was obsessed with them.
Me too.
Like, I will fully admit.
Because I saw it like reality TV. There was no understanding for me at that point of the kind of damage.
Yeah. And they have like, I think like 5 kids now or 4 or 5 kids or something.
Yeah.
And they have vlogged all of their Now, I will say, which I still don't think this is right, but I think they're like the least exploitive people from what I've seen. Yeah. I don't know.
Somewhat tasteful. They've definitely crossed a lot of lines.
Yeah.
It's way too much. I mean, they're on camera every day of their lives. Juliana's been on camera like every day of her life, and she's now like 10. I mean, we watched that when it was 2012, so she's got to be at least 10 now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what's annoying is like, I actually like Judy and Benji just like as separate people. I think they're interesting, and like Benji likes to cook a lot. He has a cooking channel.
Yeah, I used to be like big fans of them,
but it's like
I haven't seen them in years, so I don't know what they're doing now.
It's just they still
vlog.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
I checked up on it the other day when we were reading about this.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but when these families are vlogging during the day or like at night, do you know if they're doing like, okay, we have to record tonight for this amount of time, or is it like they just have the camera out and then they upload footage? And
I think it depends on the family. Like some people are very planned with it and staged. I think and then others are just like with the camera, like whip it out when they're living their lives.
A lot of them it goes into the night too, though, bedtime, all of that.
So it's like, do you think that they stop the camera and like redo that?
Yes, some do.
Absolutely.
Tons of them do.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes. Or like, wait, the camera wasn't out for that. Redo that.
Like reenact that.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's super bizarre. I can't imagine growing up with that. God.
I'm like, what?
As a kid, like when you're doing that, if you want to do that with as an adult or whatever, by yourself or with your spouse or whatever.
Vlog your life.
Yeah, vlog your, but
whatever, it's your right.
When you're
Don't
with
drag
kids,
someone else's life into it when they can't even consent.
Yeah. Chris said that the most egregious offenders are parents who seek out and even create drama among their children to boost their followings. They say, quote,
LeBrant family,
Ruby, Frankie, They say, quote, imagine a family vlog where instead of antics, intimate details such as mental health issues, grades, and personal things like potty training, like Kendall said, and first periods get shared online where they live forever.
Yep.
Parents then use this clip as clickbait to generate intrigue and revenue for a monetized family channel. Some accounts even record and monetize videos in which the parents encourage their kids to fight each other as a prank. Remember that one family that was like going viral for that clip because they were filming like them screaming at their kids and like verbally abusing them?
I know.
And the kids were like screaming and crying and they were just like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
How the therapy you would need.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like Ruby Frankie, like filming, like, disciplining them, shaming them about all types of shit.
Yeah.
The older ones, sending them to the camp.
Yes. Chris advises parents to operate under the golden rule of do unto others as you would have them do unto you, which is so true. Like if they say, if your child posts things like, oh, you know, my mom just got into a really big fight with her colleague at work the other day. Oh, my mom didn't close this business deal at work and she might get fired. Oh, my mom and my dad aren't getting along because he spends too much time at the bar. Like you wouldn't say that about your parents.
Right. They wouldn't want you to expose all the things that they get the ultimate selection of what the family's pitfalls that are shown.
Yep.
My mom just had fucking crazy diarrhea in the bathroom. Let's film her.
Totally. Yeah. But they'll do that to like their kids.
Yep. Of course.
The bottom line is like, adults would be absolutely devastated and embarrassed and mortified if that type of stuff was going on. So kids are no different.
Well, the real difference is that they can't consent to it.
And these advocates note that they aren't concerned as much about people who post like the occasional photos of their kids or whatever, but it's really the family vloggers who are making money and content revolving around their kids. And until recently, no states had laws protecting the privacy and financial interests of child influencers, but this, like we said, is luckily starting to change. Illinois, Cam's home state, passed a law last year that requires parents to compensate child influencers, which is great. Starting July 1st, 2024, so pretty soon here, parents in Illinois will be required to put aside 50% of earnings for a piece of content into a block trust fund for the child based on the percentage of time they're featured in the video. So for example, if a child is in 50% of a video, they should receive 25% of the funds. If they're in 100%, they are required to get 50% of the earnings. However, this only applies in scenarios during which the child appears on screen for more than 30% of the vlogs in a 12-month period.
I'm curious, though, how they're going to enforce this. Is there going to be, like,
a team
a court representative
idea
oversees this?
I honestly should look more into that because that's a great question. I don't know. How do you...
It's so new.
And how do you, like, get that percentage? I don't know.
Okay, so it says, as of right now, the government does not actively enforce the law. If parents or vloggers do not meet this agreement, it is up to the child to take legal action against them when they are of age.
That's ridiculous.
So, I mean, like having to like backlog and like have, like that would be even more work for the child if like, you know what I mean? So
then they have to
essentially, it says a trust required under this section must provide at minimum the following. The funds in the account should be available.
Because trusts aren't all, if you think about it, trusts aren't always required for people. You know what I mean? Like, trusts aren't required.
In here it says, if a vlogger knowingly or recklessly violates this section, a minor satisfying the criteria described in the subsection A, blah, 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 may commence an action to enforce the provisions of this section regarding the trust account. The court may award to a minor who prevails in any action brought in accordance with this section the following damages. And then talks about what they could be rewarded. But so, it's definitely sounding like
you have to become like an adult and then have an issue with it.
Spend time fighting with this.
And then who even knows if it wins in court. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what's so hard.
Major work to do in this field.
That's what's so hard about this is like, how do you keep track? Because if you're on set at a regular TV show, obviously it's basically clock in. You're on set here and you leave at this time.
Right.
This is completely up to the
fucking
creator. It's a literal free-for-all. So
and imagine like all like the raw footage, for example, that doesn't
make what I was about to say.
Make it to the internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
because they could be working, quote unquote working and filming these things or being on camera for 3 hours and only 15 minutes of the footage ends up online, but still they were still a part of it and working for hours.
Or like when parents have their kids doing like TikTok dances with them, they're practicing for hours leading up to that too, for the final version.
Yeah.
I think a lot of parents try to justify it with like, oh, well, my kid wouldn't be able to live the life they're living without, they
have so many opportunities.
Right. They get opportunities and like maybe they enjoy it. Like there's probably kids out there who like enjoy, being on camera and like doing like I've seen some kids on TikTok where it's like they look like they're having fun with it. But it's like they're still too young. They're going to see it differently when they get older.
Right.
So I think parents tell themselves like, oh, my kid loves this and it's benefiting their lives. It's like you're not thinking about it to the level that you should.
Totally.
So then there's Caroline Easom, who is a comedian with a large TikTok following, and she's another advocate against family vloggers. And one of the reasons that she's so passionate about the topic is because a few years back in the summer of 2021, she started making content and she created this character known as the Victorian child, because Victorian children were kind of a trend on TikTok, I guess. Which I missed
like
that one.
NPC. Was this like the NPC lives where
I think it was more like a meme type of thing. I don't remember exactly. You know how like fucking random shit is always trending on TikTok. So
she was just doing this character, but then she ended up having a really creepy experience with someone who became obsessed with the character. And just to clarify, she was not in a family vlog. But the character was supposed to be about 10 years old, and as this character got more popular, she experienced something really creepy. This random person became obsessed with this fictional character, and things started getting out of hand. Let's watch a video that she posted just a few months ago discussing why she is so against family vlogging.
And this is a great video. I cut it down only to like 5 minutes, but it's about like 20 minutes long. We can link it below if you want to watch it, because she makes some very interesting points.
I started making content in the summer of 2021, and one of my first characters that really took off was the Victorian child. I know it's a weird place. So I made this character who was supposed to be about 10 years old, and first video of her is her begging her papa for an orange for Christmas. Not long after I started doing this character, this person became obsessed with that character in an inappropriate way, and they would comment these explicit scenarios involving that character on my videos, but also they would come into my lives and they would comment that live. And on TikTok, you can't just block all accounts from one number. So this person was able to make account after account after account and harass me while I was live or spam my videos with these graphic scenarios with a child or a child character. This person would even make their usernames part of the graphic description of what they wanted to do to this child character. I eventually stopped doing the series because of this. I have a theory that this person thought that they were doing the lesser of two evils because what they really wanted to do was comment all of this kind of thing on an actual child's account, and that by commenting it on my account because I'm an adult woman, that was somehow not so bad. I don't know. I don't know how the mind of someone like that works, but this whole experience really got me thinking. If I, as an adult woman, am receiving this type of attention, what are the kids dealing with? Let's talk about kids who work. Working kids, perhaps. Children who do labor. Child labor? I'm not saying that it's the hardest labor that a child can labor. I'm sure that the factory is harder. The mines are harder. So if your kids help out occasionally with your family business, a family restaurant, for example, do I think that that's inherently immoral or wrong? No, I don't think that's inherently immoral or wrong. I think that there is a lot of nuance to be had in that conversation. But having a family vlog is not having a family business that your kids occasionally help out with. It is having a family business that is based around your children. A family vlog without the kids is just a couple's vlog or a vlog. The kids are the business.
Yeah,
There's this fantasy that family vloggers would love for you to believe, that they just turn on the camera and the camera captures a candid day, that there's really not a finger being lifted by these kids. They are just going about their days, going about their regular life with their family while the camera is recording. And if you believe that fantasy, I wonder if you also believe that the rose ceremony on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette only takes 15 minutes, because it doesn't. It takes all night. People who have been on the show, cast and crew members, have talked about the fact that it takes all night. Family vlogging is like reality TV. It takes so much effort to capture these organic moments. Children don't get the opportunity to choose to do this. Oftentimes they're born after the decision that they are a family vlogger has already been made.
She makes an interesting point of like, it's different if you're gonna have your kid help out in a family business or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it's different of like, oh, you post a picture on social media once in a while of your kid, but you're not funding your business and not running your business because of your kid.
When it's not monetized.
Like if you stopped posting your kid, your business wouldn't suffer. But that's not true for family vloggers. If they stop posting their kid, their business would suffer.
Exactly.
This actually isn't the first time that Caroline has talked about family vloggers. A few years back, which I'm so confused. Maybe this is just in my head. I thought we watched this TikTok years ago. I couldn't find it. If we did, I'm sorry. But either way, I want to play it again because I know there's a lot of new listeners. She posted this TikTok of reading an anonymous letter that someone who is a child family vlogger sent her and just talking about their experience. It's very interesting.
Oh, I
Let's
remember
watch.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we played it, but maybe we didn't.
I think we did.
I couldn't find it anywhere. And I think it's, if we did, that's okay.
I went through all the videos after the time. I went through all the videos after the time that this was posted, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's play it.
Hi,
Sorry, I've only
my
got a
name
few
is
minutes.
Caroline, and I usually do comedy. What I'm about to share with you is not comedy, but it is incredibly important, and I beg you to stay. Usually I make silly skits, and sometimes I use those skits to talk about issues that I think are important. And one of those issues is the protection and safety of kids on the internet, particularly kids that are being used in monetized channels. A teen that has had their entire childhood monetized reached out to me, and they told me to keep doing what I'm doing, and they shared their story with me. What I'm about to share with you is an anonymous letter from a teen that has gone through all of the things that I've tried to bring awareness to and more. They are not in a position where it is currently safe to share their story publicly. But if you trust me, you will trust that I have verified that this is 100% real. Here we go. To any parents that are considering starting a family vlog or monetizing your children's lives on the public internet, here is my advice. You shouldn't do it. Any money you get will be greatly overshadowed by years of suffering and very hard work for you and your child to keep up with trends and media. And if you do manage to do it, your child will never be normal. You will be their boss and they will be your employee, which is a horrible relationship to have with your kid. It'll be hard for them to go out in public without getting noticed. You'll constantly be harassed by brands online and networks. And worst of all, your children will be sent inappropriate messages and videos. If they have over 100K subscribers, there will be some sick guy or girl out there who puts weird comments there. I know because it happens to me all the time. My parents show me these messages, some of them, but most of the time I find them on my own and I have to sigh, screenshot them, report them, and turn off my phone. Because I'm in too deep, there's no going back now, and I never consented to being online. I wouldn't have been able to anyway. I was 2 or 3 when I went viral for the first time, and now there's things I just can't do. There are several things about me and my identity that the world isn't allowed to know, because I don't choose what content my parents post. The channel isn't mine. Again, they're the boss and I'm the employee. I never signed a contract, but for some reason, through some stupid legal loopholes, this is legal and I can't escape. No, I've never been hit, but my childhood came with its own trauma. I've been an employee since I was 5. And I hate it. So don't do it. If you don't regret it, then your kids will. To any kids out there struggling like I am, hold on. Keep pushing for getting off YouTube. Never look up your name on any site. Never look at comments. And if all else fails, perfect your thumbnail face and fake smile and start counting down the days until you leave. And to my parents, if they so happen to be out there and recognize me, I'm not sorry. I think I have the right to complain on the internet after you took my childhood away from me. Love, your lovely child.
And we have no idea who wrote it at this point.
No.
God, that's so fucked up.
Right?
Yeah, I think we've heard that. Maybe not written or read by her, but
I can't remember. But
I
either way,
remember
it's
hearing
just
that before.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's terrible.
Then there's also this TikToker with the username Black Belt Babe, and I don't know we're not sure what her actual name is. She may not even have it out there, but she started posting about her concerns with family vloggers, and she made a TikTok just a few days ago that we saw, and that's actually part of the reason that we wanted to talk about this today, talking about her personal experience with it. So let's take a listen.
I am a child of a family vlogger, a former family vlogger that had people on YouTube thinking that I was pregnant at 13. That is why I'm so passionate about this stuff, y'all. Intimate conversations about sex, drugs, boys, all types of stuff were broadcasted on my mom's YouTube. Now, this was the early 2000s, early 2010s when family vlogging was becoming popular and the ramifications were not yet studied. She was a young mom. She did not know. When she found out, she stopped. Y'all know the ramifications because we have told y'all the ramifications, but y'all still continue to post your children's intimate moments. The mom that posted her child's medical problems, disgusting. The mom that posted her child getting undressed, telling her all this stuff, sharing these intimate moments, disgusting. Ugh. There are people on the internet that mean harm to you and your children. That should be enough for you not to post their intimate moments online. Y'all talk about you shouldn't judge these people. You don't know what you talk about. I am a child of a family vlogger that turned out okay in spite of, not because of. We are seeing the ramifications of these children. They were kids in the 2000s and 2010. They're adults now saying, this is how this affected me. I have a digital footprint that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. But that is not enough for y'all. Why must we care more about your children than you do? Keep these kids off the damn family blogs and internet. You got to make content that tailors around yourself.
Right.
Or are you just a loser? Come on now.
It's so
I'm
lazy.
tired of talking to y'all about something that should be so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like you have nothing better to offer that you feel like you've got to use your kid for entertainment because you're so fucking boring and lame.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy.
And it's the easier way to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
The other, doing it as an adult, you have to be more creative to make it seem interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
God. Well, I definitely want to hear all of your thoughts on this.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's ridiculous.
I think we're moving in a better direction though. Like
I do too.
I think, like I've said, I've seen a lot of people who I've known that have, done monetized family vlogs for years or social media content that have pulled their kids from the internet now and are kind of learning in hindsight with the times. And it's really great to see. Not everyone, definitely not enough, but I think we're making subtle and slow progress over time. And hopefully with more people speaking out, there's going to be, even next 5 years, we're going to hear so many stories. My God.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the Ruby Frankie thing really opened up a lot of people's eyes too.
And I think there's something to be said about like, oh, you post a picture of a family picture on your social media. Okay, I don't personally think that's an issue, but I think it's like when you're monetizing your kids,
that's what it is.
And you're relying on them for your income.
Mm-hmm. And there's such a difference between just like a one-off image versus every single day, intimate moments, potty training, like to the point where everyone knows your kid's personality.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
Yeah. Well, let us know your thoughts. We definitely want to hear from you.
Yes.
That is going to be it for us today on today's sesh. I got to go get my doggy from the vet.
Oh,
I think my poor girl, she may have torn her ACL. I don't know. We're supposed to find out what the x-rays say, but yeah, I'm sad.
Also, let us know if you're a reacher through her or a twist behind her.
No, it's a reach arounder.
A reach arounder.
I guess you can make up the name. Reacher through her.
Reacher through her.
Reacher through her to a reach arounder.
Yeah, okay.
Let us know.
All right. Well, that's it. We'll see you on the next sesh.
But until then,
keep it fresh.
Yeah.